Thank you again for coming.
Sharing your screen. Microsoft Teams meeting controls toolbar. Your microphone is unmuted. Foundational course on foundation media player row media space.
Tech innovation. Are you a blind person or someone willing to empower the blind? Visit us today to check out our range of products and services.
Contact us on Instagram at accesstech_innovation, LinkedIn at accesstech innovation HQ, www.accesstechinnovation.com.
Blindness is not the end of the journey, but the beginning of a new life.
A blind lady walking with a white cane.
Access Tech Innovation has established the first assistive technology experience center in Nigeria at number 18 Modupe Johnson Crescent, Surulere, Lagos State.
Blind trainees working on laptop and using stylus on the slate.
With support from Microsoft AI for Accessibility projects, the center provides individual and group digital skills training for blind persons.
Blind person learning to use Braille note taker. A blind male using an iPhone with voiceover.
At the center, visually impaired persons get professional support in trying out various assistive technologies to know the best ones for their work, education, and recreation. The Experience Center offers after-sales services in maintenance and repairs of assistive products for the blind. I am Okpeoluwa Akeola, a blind certified professional in accessibility core competencies and co-founder of Access Tech Innovation. Are you a blind person or someone willing to empower the blind? Visit us today to check out our range of products and services.
Contact us on Instagram at accesstech_innovation, LinkedIn at accesstech innovation HQ, www.accesstechinnovation.com.
Blindness is not the end of the journey, but the beginning of a new life.
A blind lady walking with a white cane.
Access Tech Innovation has established the first assistive technology experience center in Nigeria at number 18 Modupe Johnson Crescent, Surulere, Lagos State.
Blind trainees working on laptop and using stylus on the slate.
With support from Microsoft AI for Access
Space.
Okay. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. If you can hear me, just say hi.
Hi, sir. How are you?
We are good.
Hi.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good evening.
Well, good evening, good
afternoon.
It's the afternoon here, so good afternoon. Yes. I hope the network in Kenya now is now stable. Because somebody on the group was saying the network is not really good. So, okay. So today we'll be looking at our weekly review. We'll be looking at formulas and functions. Basically, how to perform simple calculations. In Excel, there's a level to everything. You have the basic, which is basic as it is, as the name sounds, basic. Then you have the intermediate calculations. Then you have advanced. Even the advanced, so you still have advanced, or basic advanced, or intermediate advanced. So that means there's always a need to learn more.
Mute. Control Shift plus M. Mute.
There's always a need to learn more. I don't want to know how much you know in Excel, because you have new releases, new features being added almost every month, almost every day. So there's always a need to be on the lookout for the new features, the new, styles. So today we'll be looking at, basic calculations, the techniques, the why, the how. So all of that we'll be looking at today. So let me launch my Excel, my workbook.
Start window, search box, edit search, level 1 Excel, app, press right to switch. Excel, home grouping, New grouping 1 of 3. New blank workbook button Alt, F, 8. Book 1 dash.
Okay, let me slow down.
Rate boost, rate 20, rate 10.
Okay.
A 1.
Yeah.
A 2, a 1.
So in Excel, it's the way you enter your data, the way you type your text, your labels or your letters, the way you enter the data is different from the way you enter your formula. There are rules to everything, and the calculation in Excel is not an exemption. So anything you type in Excel, if you type A,
1.
A.
Edit A. Sheet 1 table, a 2.
If you type S,
edit S.
So Excel is treating it as alphabets, as letters. So everything you type like this.
Sheet 1 table, AA1.
So type your name, type anything, it's treating it as alphabets. So if you like, put 1.
Edit 1.
Put 1 plus 1. Let's say 1
plus
3.
3.
1 plus 3 and hit the enter key.
Sheet 1 table. 1 plus 3A1.
Did you hear that? 1 plus 3A1 because it's treating it as text. And by any standard, you cannot add text. I don't know if anybody, if there's anywhere in the country where you can add, let's say, A plus B or A plus D or A multiplied by, X or something. So that is what Excel 2 is looking at that. So any text you enter, it's seen as text, as normal letters. So for you to perform calculations, you must first tell Excel that Excel, give me a platform to perform a calculation. Or what I want to do now is that I want to start calculating. So treat what I'm typing here as formula, not as regular text. So, and it's a wake word. When you have wake word, you have Google. You can say, hey, Google. You can say, hey, Siri, or you can, and many. So those are wake word. If you like, be reading your Bible. If you like, be reading your Quran or your textbook in front of your phone. If you don't mention the wake word, nothing will happen. The phone will just be there. But the moment you mention that special word, that unique code, then something begins to happen. The phone begins to listen to your conversation and then
I'm not getting you, please.
You're not getting me. What do you mean by you're not getting? Is it that you don't understand or you can't hear me clearly? Hello? Can anybody hear me?
Sir, you're
Yes, I
very
can hear you
clear. I
very
don't know what.
clearly.
Yeah, we can hear you clearly. You are clear.
You are very okay.
Okay, it's the person that said it. So I'm just, because as a starter in Excel, why this foundation is very important is because there are times you are typing something, but instead of you to get a result, you are getting another thing or nothing is even happening. So you need to understand the foundation of why do we even need to do something. So that's why I say the why and the how. So if you don't mention Google or whatever, nothing will happen. So in order to tell Excel that what I'm about to do now is calculation, put me in calculation mode. Then, so to do that, you need to put your equals.
1 plus 3A1.
So you put equals.
Edit equals.
Edit equals. Edit equals. So when anywhere Excel sees equals, it moves away from please mute yourself. Anywhere Excel sees equals or at the beginning of a cell, Excel treats it as, as calculation.
Sir, sorry. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Sir, you mean before you type any digit, you need to press equal to first?
Yes, okay. Before you type anything.
Okay.
When you are performing calculation, okay, if you are typing numbers alone, you don't need to put equals to. But the moment you want to, when you put on paper, if you write 2 and 3, that one is just data. It's just pure data. And you are not performing calculation. But the moment you now want to add 2 and 3 together, that is when you need to start with equals to. But when you are putting your regular numbers, that one is just numbers and it's your data. But the moment you want to start calculating or doing anything that has to do with calculation, multiplication, division, all sorts of things, percentage, then you need to start with equals. So now I've typed equals. So, but because I'm not starting now, so I will just clear it. I'll press escape.
Sheet 1 table.
So now
1 plus 3.
we need to fill in the data. So in A1, I'll just type any random number. So let me just remember in A1, let me delete
Edit
it.
blank. Sheet 1. Edit blank. Sheet 1 table. A 1.
In A1, so I will not think. So I will just type 9.
Edit 9.
9.
Sheet 1 table. 9A1.
9A1. Then I will press down arrow to go to A2.
A 2.
Then I will put 20. 20.
Edit 2. 0.
20. So in A1, I have 9.
Sheet 1 table. 9A1.
Then in A2.
20A2.
In 20, I have A2. So this is just a data, or it's just data. So now I'll go to A3.
A 3.
So in A3, this is where I will have to perform my calculation. Note, you must not do calculation or perform your calculation in a cell that's, okay, when we get there. So
20. A 3.
So in A3, you have to perform your calculation in a new cell. That's what I was trying to say, but we'll get there. So A3 is blank. Now, for me to add A1 and A2 together, I cannot say
Edit A.
A1
1.
plus
1. Plus.
A2.
A. 2.
Let me hit the enter key.
Sheet 1 table. A 4. A 1 plus a 2 A 3.
I cannot say this. Is this what I was expecting? This is not the result I was supposed to get. So that's why I said that you need to start with equals. So you
A
need
4.
to.
A 1 plus a 2 A 3.
So I will now start with, because the thing is giving me back what I typed instead of the results, the calculation, because it's treating this as regular data. This is exactly what I was saying. So now for me to be in calculation mode, I need to start with equals.
A 4. A 1 plus a 2 A 3.
So I'll type equals.
Edit equals.
Then A1.
A. 1.
Plus.
A 1. Plus.
Your plus sign is shift plus equals. So if you hold down your shift and you press equals, it will turn to plus. So A1 plus A2.
A. 2.
Then hit the enter key.
Sheet 1 table. A 4.
Then scroll up.
29 has formula A3.
29 has formula A3. 29 has formula A3. So that is some information. First, we got the result of our calculation, the result of 20 plus 9, which is 29. Then it says as formula A3. That means that 29 is not just a number, it's not an ordinary value. It is a result or a product of something, or a result of a formula. That is the meaning of. Notice that in A2,
20A2.
you heard 20A2. You didn't hear 20 as formula A2. Then in A1,
9A1.
9A1, not 9 as formula A1. So let's go to A3.
29 has formula A3.
Why is 29 A3 saying 29 has formula? That means that 29 is not just an ordinary number. It is a function of two cells. It's a result that was produced by a particular formula. And what was that formula? A1 equals A1 plus A2. So that is why. So any cell that contains formula, your screen reader must tell you that that cell has formula. If it is just will tell you if 20A3 contains formula. So that's how just we pronounce it for you. So at least anyone you are using, at least it must tell you whether has formula, contains formula, must, at least you must hear that. So that tells you that there's something behind that number that produced it. It's not just an ordinary number. You are not the one that typed it. It's the Excel that produced it for you through the formula that you typed. So now, I also noticed that we typed equals A1 plus A2. What we saw is 29 as formula, 29. What you will see on the screen, a certain person will see on the screen is 29, but your screen that will tell you, and visually, it's written in a different color, to separate it, visually separate it from your regular text. So it's shaded differently from your 9 and 20. So now, why are we seeing 29? Why are we not seeing the formula that we wrote? Why are we not seeing the formula that we wrote? And that is because in Excel, by default, each time you type a formula, what you see is the result visually on the screen. So for you to see the result, the formula that produced that result, you have to put the cell in edit mode with your F2. Remember F2.
4, 29 has formula A3.
So now I'm in A3, which is 29. I will just press the F2.
Edit equals A1 plus A2.
Did you hear that? When I pressed F2, it told me the formula that is inside that cell. If you close the cell, is the number you will see, the result you will see, not the formula. But if you open the cell, is the formula you will see, not the result. So now, you can press up and down arrow to read the formula completely, the whole formula.
Equals A1 plus A2, equals A1 plus A2.
Then you can press left and right arrow to spell through or navigate through the formula.
2, cap A, equals cap A, 1 plus cap A, 2 blank.
So that is it. So let me say it again. When the cell is closed, it's the result you will see. You won't see the formula. But when you open the cell, it's the formula you will see, not the results. So you can close this thing with escape. If you are not making any changes, you can close it with an escape.
Sheet 1 table. 29 has formula A3.
29 has formula A3. Does anybody have question before I move on? Okay, let me assume that there's no question. So in case there's any question, you can always bring my attention.
So there is. You said, so for example, now if you pressed because the network was, I can't hear you clearly. If you press 9, and are you going to press enter to the next cell? The network was frustrating, so I was not hearing clearly.
Say it again. I didn't hear you. I didn't get you.
So the network was frustrating. So you said I stopped where the place you pressed 9 in A1.
Okay, so that was
Yes.
when I was pressing, when I was filling the number, the data. So I put 9 in. I put 9 in A1.
Okay.
20 in A2.
Okay.
Then press down arrow or hit the enter key to move to A3. That's where we did the calculation. So in A3, I typed equals A1 plus A2. Equals A1 plus A2. So that gave us, when we hit the enter key, it gave us 29. So, yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, any other person? So,
sorry, hello?
Yes.
Well done.
Yes,
Sorry, I don't know what happened to my Excel app. Whenever I type in figure, I don't know, it's not really registering to those cells. So, and then if I press enter, it will cell. I'm trying to remember something like expense table, something like that. When I tried it, I think it was in the last week. I don't know.
Are you is your system there?
Yes. Let me just turn it on.
Is it on?
Yes, I'm so sorry. I have just on it now. It just come.
Okay, when it comes up. Okay. So
That's
when it comes,
yes.
okay.
That's come. Yes. I've launched
I,
the yeah.
let me.
Should I?
I can't hear the just.
You can hear it. No, it's actually NVIDIA. Let me
Yes,
come.
okay, NVIDIA. I can't hear you, so you probably increase it.
What about now?
Okay, bring
Can you
your
hear now?
phone close to the system, or you bring the system close to the phone. Anyone.
I've done that. Can you hear you
Okay,
now?
okay. So I open your Excel. Open the Excel workbook.
Follow me. I'm there. I've opened it. I've launched it already.
Oh yeah, go there. Let me hear.
Come.
Expense report 1 dash Excel. Expense report a 1.
A1. Let me just type. That's it. Two. Edit. Then to the next cell, which is A2.
Expense report table. A2.
A2. That is A2. Let me press 2.
Edit 2.
Let me now go back to A1.
Expense report a 1.
See? It's not
A 2.
A1, A2.
A 3.
Okay, you know what? Press your Windows key.
Windows key. Yes.
Press it.
Start window.
Start
Search
window.
window.
Search
Oh, yeah,
window.
Box edit blank.
press E for Excel. E for Excel.
Excel. App. Press
Oh
right
yeah,
to switch
enter.
menu.
Enter.
Expense report 1 dash Excel.
Expense
Book 1
report.
dash
Wait,
Excel. New
wait.
list. Blank workbook alt.
Oh yeah,
F,
enter.
L.
E the enter key.
1 table. A 1.
Oh yeah,
I've done
type the
that.
number now. Type the number.
Edit 2.
2.
Okay, go
Sheet
down.
1 table.
2. Let me type another 2.
Edit 2.
So let me go there.
Sheet 1 table. 2A1. 2A1.
So
Yes.
what happened is that I'm thinking that file you opened is locked or is protected. So you have to, I guess you clicked on one of these, what is that thing called? Templates, Excel templates. So you have to unprotect it. You were not the one that created that book, were you?
No.
So it's protected. So you have to unprotect it with Alt FIE. So you can use this one, this particular new book. So this is a new workbook. So okay, yeah.
But subsequently now, so I should just press Alt. What do you call it?
No. Each time you want to open create a new workbook, just go through this process. Go to your start menu, search for Excel, hit the enter key 2 times. Do you understand?
Yes.
Yes. So you get a new workbook.
I appreciate. Thank you.
No problem. Okay. So sorry for that. So
20A2.
now, so as I was saying, why do you need to
9A1.
So apart from doing A1 equals A1 plus A2, let's move to A4.
9A.
Let's move to A4.
29 has 4. A 4.
A4. So it's still possible to type numbers directly.
Edit equals.
Equals
4.
4
plus
3.
3.
Enter.
Sheet 1 table. A 5.
If
7 has formula A4.
7 has formula A4. So we added equals, we typed equals 4 plus 3, and then it gave us 7. So you can open the field with F2, put the cell in edit mode.
Edit equals 4 plus 3.
Remember what I said? If the cell is in edit mode, you see the formula. When the cell is closed, you see the result.
Sheet 1 table. 7 has.
So now, this method is not actually advisable, well, most especially when you are dealing with data, when you are dealing with table. This method, when you have to type the number from your head, do you understand? When you have to type the number from your head, so typing the numbers directly in a formula is not actually advisable because it can lead to errors, unexpected errors, you know. So the first formula that we used is actually the best. So you reference a cell, you reference the cell in your formula. So normally your formulas are meant to contain cell references, not numbers directly. Once a while, you have to input a number directly, but 99% of the time, the numbers must come from your table, not from your head. So like this one, when I started, I put a number in cell A1, I put another number in A2. That becomes my table or my data. Then in A3, in my A3, I now referenced, so I instructed Excel equals, then Excel told me that I'm listening. So I said, go to A1. That is the meaning of A1. Go to A1, whatever that you see there, add it, that is plus. Then plus what? Excel will now ask me plus what again? I should add content of A1 to what? So you now say A2, then content of A2. So that's what it means. It means go to A1, whatever the number that is there, add it to whatever that is in A2. That is just the literal meaning of, referencing the cell. So the importance of referencing cells in a formula is that if tomorrow you need to make changes to the data you've typed, to the numbers, you don't need to do the calculation again. Your own is just to change your numbers and then Excel will do the rest for you. So tomorrow, if I discover that, I'm not actually supposed to press 9, do you understand? In A1, it's actually supposed to be 12. It's supposed to be 12. So I'll just go to my A1.
29 has formula A3, 20 A2, 9 A1.
So I'll just type 12.
Edit 1, 2.
12.
Sheet 1 table, 12 A1.
So that's all I need to do. I don't need to bother myself about calculating or readjusting or whatever. By the time you go down, you discover that the A3 has also adjusted accordingly. Let's go to A3. That we have to, remember we had 29 A3 before.
20 A2, 32 has formula A3.
You see, 32 has formula A3. So you can see the importance of that. So what if you have a large data, from A1 to K50? Do you understand? And you need to be making changes from time to time. So you don't need to bother about the formula again. Just change your number and that's all. The cell that contains the formula, your result will change this thing. So what if you type the numbers directly in the formula? Now,
12 A1.
So I have 12 in A1.
20 A2.
I have 20 in A2. So let me
12 A.
Let me go to B1.
B1.
So let me type equals 12 plus 20.
Edit equals.
Equals
1, 2.
12.
12 plus 2, 0.
20.
Sheet 1 table. B2. 32 has formula B1.
Correct. It told me 32 has formula B1. But what if I make changes? What if I make a change to 12? Or let me say 20.
12 A, 20 A2.
So let me change it to 15.
Edit 1, 5.
So let me check B1 and see whether my B1 has changed.
Sheet 12, 32 has formula B1.
You see, 32. So that means that if I type the numbers directly, I have to come and always, after editing it from my table, I have to come to edit mode, put the cell in the formula in edit mode.
Edit equals 12.
And correct it manually.
0 equals 1, 2, plus 2, 0, blank.
So I have to remove the 20,
0, 2,
and put 5.
5.
15. Hit the enter key.
Sheet 1 table. B2, 27 has formula B1.
Yeah, so you can see, so sometimes, it's not even sometimes, almost every time you will forget that you are supposed to change it through in the formula. But look at what we have in A3. You will see that automatically A3 had adjusted without our knowledge.
12, 15, A2, 27 has formula A3.
Do you now see? So you don't even need to bother. Your own is just to make your changes and go. That's all. So please always take note of that before you start your calculation, ensure that your numbers are documented. They are in a table or in a particular place in the cells, in the spreadsheet. Then go to a blank cell and then reference them in the formula. So we can
12A 27 has formula. 7 has formula.
So let me
Edit
delete this
blank.
one.
27 has
delete
edit
this one.
blank. 20 a 4. 27 has formula A3.
So that is how to add two numbers. So to subtract two numbers, so our symbol for minus or subtraction is dash. The dash on your computer, your number row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, dash. So that dash after 0 is the minus sign. So I'll go to A4.
A 4.
A4. Then I will type, so I want to subtract 9 in A1 from 15 in A2. So that would be equals
Edit equals
A2
A 2
minus
a 2 dash
A1.
A 1.
Then I'll hit the enter key to go down.
Sheet 1 table. A 5.
Then go up back.
3 has formula A4.
3 has formula A4. So that is 15 minus 12. So let's check A1.
12 A1.
12.
15 A2.
Yes, 15 minus 12.
3 has formula A4.
So 3 has formula. So that is how to minus or subtract or minus one number from another number. So I'll go to, so to do multiplication, I'll go to A5.
A 5.
A5. Then, so your multiplication sign or times is star on the computer, star. And to get star on your computer, you press shift plus 8, number 8 on your number row. Shift plus 8 will give you star. So I will do equals. So let me multiply 15 in A2 with 3 in A4. So can somebody tell me what I should type? Just be telling me, I will be typing it.
That equals, sorry.
Okay, just wait, I will type it. Equals.
Edit equals.
Okay. Okay, let me go through this. Wait, let me go
Sheet
through the data for you.
15 A2, 12 A1.
12 A1.
15 A2.
15 A2.
27 has formula A3.
27 A3.
3 has formula A4.
3 A4.
A 5.
So what should I type?
So we want to multiply everything together, right?
No.
Or just 2?
Just 2. We want to multiply 15.
Equals
15 in A2 with 3 in A4. So what I'll dictate to me, please.
Equals.
Okay.
Edit equals.
Okay.
Type equals.
A2.
A2.
Okay.
This is multiplication.
Okay.
A 2. Star.
Okay.
Then A4.
A4. Is A4. Is A4.
A.
Okay, good. Nice one. Let's see.
4.
Okay, enter.
Sheet 1 table. A 6. 45 has formula A5.
15 multiplied by 3, 45. So we are good. So now to divide, we will use slash as our division symbol, sign. We will use symbol.
A 6.
So we'll go to A6. So we want to divide. What do you say?
I said I thought it's to use the sign for divide. This should be what's it called? Percentage sign.
No, no. Just have the operator signs are just operational signs. Just slash for division, star for multiplication, plus for plus, then dash for minus. So go to
4, a 6,
so want to divide 45 in A5 by 12 in A1. So we'll do equals
edit equals
A5
5,
slash
a 5, slash
A1.
A1.
A,
Good.
1.
Then enter.
Sheet 1 table 3.75 has formula A.
Good. 3.75 as formula. 3.75. So that is it. So now, all these things we've been doing since morning, they are called, uh, calculation with or using the mathematical operational symbols or mathematical operators. So those are the four: minus, division, addition, and multiplication. Those four. So those that's what we've been using. So you have 3 types of formula that you can type in Excel. This is the first one, using the mathematical operators, the 4 operators. Then the second one is using the functions, Excel functions. Then the third type of formula is the one that has to do with both functions and operators. So the one that combines, so you will see one formula that makes use of the 2 of them. Then there are some formulas that you will see that they are just purely functions. Why this one we've been doing, the formulas are purely operators. There's no function. So those are the 3 types.
So is it also for the exercise?
Is it also what?
The topic for the today's exercise. Oh, sorry, I joined a bit late. Mathematical operation lesson.
Exercise. What do you mean by exercise? You mean the quiz or what? Which one? Or what you are doing now? Exercise. What do you say?
I mean, class now. What's the topic? Because I joined.
Yes. It's part of it. It's part of it. So we've looked at the first one we look at. We'll just look at 2 of them out of the 3. The third one is more complex for the intermediate level. So we looked at formulas using the mathematical operators, and this is how to do it, how to use the 4 operators, the 4 mathematical operators to perform calculation to mind. So these operators, you can use them, add many operators, especially when you are doing plus and multiplication.
43.
For instance,
27, 12A1.
For instance, I have 12 in A1,
15A2.
15A2.
27 has formula A3.
27.
3 has formula A4.
A4.
45 has formula A5.
45.
3.75 has formula A6.
A6. So I can use plus to add all the numbers from A1 to A6.
3.7, a 7.
So let's see, equals.
Edit equals.
Equals A1.
A. 1.
Plus.
A 1. Plus.
A2.
A. 2.
Plus.
A 2. Plus. A.
A3.
3. A 3. Plus.
Plus.
A.
A4.
4.
Plus.
A 4. Plus.
A5.
5.
Plus.
A 5. Plus.
A6.
A. 6.
So imagine I have 100 rows, 230 rows. that means I have to be adding plus, 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 plus. So that's why, so if you press down arrow or enter to submit your formula.
Sheet 1 table, A8.
Up arrow back.
105.75 has formula A7.
100.75.
A8, 105.75.
Okay, 105.75. So, yes. So you can also do multiplication. You can do multiplication, A1 multiplied by A2, multiplied by A3, multiplied by A4, but that is a long process. So that's why you have the second formula. In order to simplify calculation for you, you don't need to go through all these long processes. You don't need to sweat and be, do you know that in the process of doing the calculation, you are prone to mistakes.
Absolutely.
You can make mistake, because you are typing a whole lot of things. Your attention might be divided. You may think that you've typed a cell, meanwhile you've not typed, you've skipped it. Do you understand? So, and your formula will not be may not be fully correct or completely correct, because in the process, if you skip a cell, okay, imagine, let me
A8, 105.75 has formula A7.
So let me put the cell in edit mode.
Edit equals A equal cap 1 plus cap A 2.
So imagine I delete A2
plus 2 cap A plus 1 plus cap A 3.
So in the process of typing, I assumed, or I think I have typed A2, not knowing that I didn't type A2, so I just typed A3. So now let's see.
Sheet 1 table, A8, 90.75 has formula A7.
90.75, this is what I would get. And in my mind, I would think that this result is correct. Until you submit to your examiner or whatever, you think, what you have in cell A, this is wrong. I will not be wondering, but I did it well now. So that is it. So this is more like manual. I know anything that is manual, it's not that completely reliable, 100% reliable. So that takes us to the second formula, the second type of formula in Excel, which is more reliable. Yeah, it's more reliable and more automated than this manual. So
A8, 90.75 has formula A7.
What do we do? So now, what is an Excel function? There are some people you ask, give me 3 Excel functions. You say, give me 3 Excel functions or 5 Excel functions. They will say, Excel is used for calculation, Excel is used to enter data, Excel is this, Excel is that. No, functions of Excel or importance of Excel or uses of Excel is different from the Excel function. In Excel, there is what is called functions. So you need to be careful. When you hear functions in Excel, don't always think the person is asking you to state the importance or uses of Excel. So there's what is called functions. So functions are inbuilt formulas with, names and their functions or their uses. So when you have formulas that have been inbuilt or that have been built with some calculations and their names. So that means your own is just to, I can't think of any example now, that imagine somebody produce something for you and say you just use it. You don't need to, it's different from when you have to start from afresh and develop it yourself, test it, and then before you can start using it. So somebody has tested it, developed it, and then he has given you to now use it. So you only just use it appropriately. If it's a cap, put it on your head. If it's shoes, then wear it. If it's a wristwatch, put it on. So you only just put it in its appropriate place. Of course, you don't put your wristwatch on your head. That is, you are not using it. So you are not using it appropriately. So that's what functions are. Functions are those formulas that have been loaded with particular calculations. They are calculations on their own. So now, for you now to use a particular function, that's why I said that they are inbuilt with their names, with a name and their uses and their calculations. So if you want to check time, you just need to go and buy a wristwatch. Just say, hey, give me a wristwatch. That means that a device used to check time and being worn on the wrist is called a wristwatch. So the moment you tell a seller that give me a wristwatch, what does it do? Does it give you a cloth? No, it gives you a wristwatch. So the same thing with Excel functions. So all functions, we have many hundreds of Excel functions, many that is difficult to know all of them at once. So you have functions for engineering, functions for statistics, functions for accounting. Mention that discipline in this word. Excel has functions for them. They have calculations for them. So, anything, any discipline at all. So now, so if we want to, we have different functions. We have functions, we have what is called the sum function. That is a name, the name of a function that has been built. So sum function, what is the meaning of sum? Sum means to add together. So sum function is a function in Excel that is used to add numbers or add values in cells. So we have sum. Another function we have is the products. Another function is we have average function used to perform average. So when you want to perform you want to do your they say that okay in a class. Okay, don't let me talk. So if you have what is it called? You go to markets to get 5 things, and you get this one for 1,000 naira, that one for 2,000, that one for 1,500, that one for 3,000, and and so on. So you now come back home now say, oh, on an average, how much do you spend on a product or on an item? How much do you spend on an average? So how do you get? You need to start racking your head. 1,000 plus 2,000 plus 1,500 plus 3,000. Okay, how many things have I counted? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 5. Okay, divided by 5. So you now start dividing 5 in this, 5 in that. You see, it's still errors, prone to errors. So it's so that's why you have Excel functions that is error free and error prone, error proof. So now, to use the Excel, how do you use the Excel function? As I said, first thing is to know the name of the function you want to use. Second is to know what range, what data range do you want to apply the function? What data range do you want the function to cover? From where to where? So another thing you must also note about function is that function is applied over a data range. You can't just save just one cell. Do you understand? It's one cell or A1 function, A1. No. So it's meant for 2 or more data, 2 or more cells. So your own is just to know the range where you want a range of the number of the cells you want to calculate. For instance, now we have A1 to A5. That is a range. A1 column A5. That is a range. Then another rule of using function is that a function must have open and close parentheses. A function must have open and close parentheses. So now this is how the structure of a function looks like. So you have equals the name, equals the function name. What function are you looking for? Equals wristwatch, which is a function. Now, let's assume that, okay, where do you want to get the wristwatch from? Now, that where will now be inside open and close parentheses. Is anybody talking, or does anybody want to talk? If you are not talking, please
mute yourself.
Yes. So So where do you want to get the wristwatch from? So that where must be wrapped in parentheses.
Oh
So
God.
please mute yourself.
I
So
think
that where must
somebody has a phone that is unmuted, is on talkback or
yes.
voiceover. I think that should be muted, please.
Let's talk back. So now that where you want the calculation to start to affect, the part of your data that you want the calculation to affect must be wrapped in parentheses, open parentheses and close parentheses. So for instance, if we want to add values that are from A1 to A5, so we will say that range, we'll make it a data range. It becomes A1 column A5. So that data range must be wrapped or enclosed in parentheses, open parentheses, A1 column A5, close parentheses. So that is what they call the syntax of a function. So it has two parts. You have the equals the name, equals the function name, then followed by the data range in parentheses. Is that clear? So for instance, now I want to make use of sum. So we will say equals sum, open parentheses, A1 column A5, close parentheses. You see that one is less, you are less likely, that one, the result you get from this one is more reliable and most reliable compared to when you have to be typing A1 plus A2 plus A3 plus anything. So let's start. So how do we type that?
3.90.75 A8.
A8.
90.75 has formula A7.
Okay, let
3.75, 90.75.
Let me just delete this 90.7.
Edit blank, sheet 1 table, A8.
So
A7.
So that let me do A6, up to A6.
3.75 has formula A6.
Okay, no. Yes, let me add
A7.
So in A7, remember, we have data from A1 to A6.
A7.
A7. So I'll just do equals.
Edit equals.
Sum.
S-U-M.
S-U-M. So that is the first part of the formula. Equals the function name, which is sum, S-U-M. Then open parentheses. Now, your open parentheses is shift plus 9. 9 on your number row. Shift plus 9. Hold down shift and press 9. It will give you left paren.
Sum, left paren, sum, parameter number 1 required, parameter number 2 optional.
Okay, now, so it's asking us for parameter number 1, the first range. It's asking for range. So now, we will now enter the range, which is A1.
A1.
Colon.
A1, colon.
A6.
A6.
Then, remember, close the parentheses with shift 0, which is your close parentheses.
A6, right paren.
That's it. So let me run over the code again, the line again. So I have equals sum, S-U-M, open parentheses, that is shift plus 9, A1 column A6, close parentheses. So hit the enter key.
Sheet 1 table, A8. 105.75 has formula A7.
105.75. So this one, how do you now want to make, why won't your results be reliable? Once you are sure of the data range, you are not typing the numbers, you are not typing 12 plus 15 plus, I may even skip some, 12 plus 15 plus whatever. So this one, your own is just to tell Excel, all the values that are between this place are from this place to this place, add them together, and Excel will give you the results. If you like, tell Excel from A1 to A1 million, 1 second, you get your results. So
A8.
So the same method, the same thing applies to formula function 2. You only see the result on the screen.
105.75 has formula A7.
105.75 has formula. You can only see the number. Then to see the formula that produced this number, press the F2.
Edit equals sum left paren, A1 colon A6 right paren.
Do you get that?
Equals sum left paren, A1 colon A6 right paren, equals.
Equals
Cap S, cap U, cap M.
Sum. Now this, you will notice that I typed this function name in small letters, but it is actually supposed to be in capital letters. So when you type a function name in small letter, as long as it's a function name, Excel will change it to capital letter. It's not a crime. So by default, the moment you hit the enter key, Excel turns it into. So all function names are to be written in capitals, all of them in capital letters. But because once Excel see its function name, it turns it, convert it to capital for you. So it's not a crime. You can decide to write it in capital or small letter. Once Excel sees it, understands it, changes it for you directly. So equal sum.
Left paren.
Left parenthesis.
Cap A1.
A1.
Colon. Cap A6.
You will also notice that the cell references to are also in capital letters. That is also it. So anything that has to do with Excel, sheet name, cell number, cell references, function names, we change them. Once anywhere it sees them like this, convert them to capital letters. So
right paren.
Close parenthesis. So you can see our formula. So
sheet 1 table 105.75 has formula A7.
So it's not okay. Okay. So it's not a must. You may not also, if you don't want to add all the cells from A1 to A6, you can also decide to say your own is A1 to A4. So A1 column A4. Wherever you want the calculation to stop, that's where the data range will stop. So then another way to also calculate this, so let me delete this.
A 105.75 has formula A7, edit blank, sheet A7.
So I've deleted the 105.7. So A7 is now blank.
A7.
Another way that you can also calculate, do calculation in this manner is that you can press Alt plus equals. So hold down the Alt key and press the equals on it. So I will do that now.
Edit selected A1 colon A6. Formula value colon left brace 12 semi 15 semi 27 semi 3 semi 45 semi 3.75 right brace.
So now when I pressed Alt equals, now Excel will look towards the right, it will look towards the left. Anywhere it's any column or row that it perceives number, it highlights all the numbers, all the values in that column and sum it for you using the sum function. It will add all the values in that column. So because where the numbers are from A1 to A6, when we're in A7, we press Alt equals. So it look towards the right. That is A7, B7, C7. It noticed that there's no values. There are no values. Then it looked up inside A1. Oh, okay. Here they are. A1. So it just highlighted all the numbers above. So that's what you hear now. So you just press enter.
Sheet 1 table, A8.
So now let's check.
105.75 has formula A7.
So let's confirm now. Let's put the cell in edit mode.
Edit equals sum left paren, A1 colon A6 right paren.
Did you see that? So it used the same function. So this one is shortcut. If you have, what you want to do is you want to add all the numbers together that are in a particular column or row. Just move to the cell below, empty cell below, press Alt equals. So Excel will add all the numbers that are in that column or on that row. So if you have numbers from, let's say, A1 to J1, Then you now go to K1 and you press Alt equals. That means the numbers is towards the left. So it will highlight all the numbers from A1 to J1 and put the answer for you in K1 equals sum A1 left parent A1 column J1 close parent. That is one method. Another method that you can
Equals sum left paren. Sheet 1, 3, 105.75 has formula A7.
So let me delete it again.
Edit blank. Sheet A7.
A7. So it's blank now.
A7.
So another method you can perform this formula is
A7.
So it's by let me type the function name again.
Edit equals
sum
SUM.
Then press the tab key. Press tab. So when you press tab, automatically the function, the parentheses will be added.
Sum. Parameter number 1 required. Parameter number 2 optional.
Now you can so when you do this, you can now press your navigation key to move to where the data is and go and select it manually, just like we did last week, just like we were highlighting with our shift down arrow, shift right arrow. So because I'm in A column, so I will just press my up arrow.
Equals sum left paren A6 equals sum left paren A5 equals sum left paren A4.
So I'm going
formula value equals sum left paren A1. Formula value colon value colon 12 equals sum left paren A1. Formula value colon 12.
So I'm in A1, so I will just hold down my shift key. I can
formula value colon 12.
I can hold down my shift key and be pressing the down arrow until I get to the last cell that I want to highlight. Or to make my journey faster, I can just hold down the Control Shift down arrow to highlight from A1 to A6, just as we did last week, if you were there. So I'm holding down my Control Shift now. I'll just press down arrow.
Formula value colon left brace 12 semi 15 semi 27 semi 3 semi 45 semi 3.75 right brace. Formula value colon left brace 12 semi 15 semi 27 semi 3 semi 45 semi 3.75 right brace.
Then I will hit the enter key.
Sheet 1 table, A8.
So let's go up.
105.75 has formula A7.
You see, still the same. Then you can put the cell in edit mode to see the formula again.
Edit equals sum left paren A1 colon A6 right paren.
You see, so those are different ways by which you can perform addition, calculation using sum.
Sheet 1 table.
So what is the next? So we are done with the sum function. The next function we'll be looking at is the average function. Or let's look at product function first.
A8. 105 points. A8.
So in A8, so we want to look at product function. So product is a function name. So now who can tell me I want a female this time around to tell me how I will use product function to calculate my data range? I need a female, a lady. Do you have any lady here? If you don't have, let me move on. Should I move on?
Hello? Your microphone is unmuted.
Yes.
Mute. Control plus shift.
Okay. What you do, you move to the cell where you want to do the calculation. You press your equal sign, then type product, then left parenthesis, the cell range, then right parenthesis, then you press enter.
God bless you, man. So let's do that.
A9, A8.
Let's do that. So equals product according to her.
Edit equals P R O D U C T.
Then left parent.
Product, left paren, product, parameter number 1 required, parameter A.
A1.
1.
column
A1, colon,
A6.
A. 6,
Then close the parentheses.
A6, right
Then
paren.
check it.
Sheet 1, 246, 0375 has formula A8.
246,000.
Enough, 246, 0375 has formula A8. Enough, 246, 0375, enough, 246, 0375 has formula A8.
375. So that is the answer. So product is multiplication. You are multiplying all the numbers. So who can tell me another method? A man or anybody, could be can be a woman too. Another method to use product. So if I want to use product function, and so how else can I type it? How else can I go about using product function? Looking at how I demonstrated the sum function.
Okay. When we want the other method we can use, I don't know whether I'm clear.
Yes, you are. You are. Go on.
Okay. So you go to where you want to type that function like in A8.
Okay, just wait.
Then
You'll be dictating to me. Don't worry. Just wait.
A9, 246,
So
0, edit blank.
Let me delete it.
Sheet A8.
So I'm in A8. So what should I do?
Yeah, you type equal sign.
Okay.
Edit equals.
Okay.
You write the word product.
Okay, product.
P R O D U C T.
Okay.
Then you open parentheses.
Okay.
Product, left paren, product, parameter number.
Why are you laughing? Okay.
Then you
I've opened it. I will tab.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
let me tab.
Microsoft Excel dialog. The formula is missing an opening or closing parenthesis. OK button.
So what do you do?
Book 1 dash. Formula value colon number name.
So
formula value equals product left paren.
So who can help us, or do you want to help?
I don't know whether I really got it, but let me just try. Can I?
Yeah, you can. Okay, wait, before you try, let me clear it so that you
Sheet
guide
1,
me.
A8.
Okay, so a blank cell.
Okay, you write your equal sign.
Edit equals.
Equals.
The word products.
Okay.
P R O D U C T.
Okay.
You press tab to open the opening parentheses.
Okay, good.
Product, parameter number 1 required, parameter number 2 optional.
Okay, what else, ma?
You press your up arrow to go to A1, to start from A1.
Okay.
Equals product left paren, A6, equals product left paren, A5, equals product left paren, A4, equals product left paren, A3, equals product left paren, A2, equals product left paren, A1.
Okay.
Formula value colon 12.
Then you hold down your shift. You hold down your shift key.
Okay.
And press down arrow. Okay.
So I'll press it down arrow once, or what happens?
You press down arrow until you get to where the range stops.
Okay, A6.
I think it's
A6. Yes, good. Let me try that. So I'm holding down my shifts. So
formula value colon left brace 12 semi 15 right brace. Formula value colon left brace 12 semi 15 semi 27 right brace. Formula value colon left brace 12 semi 15 semi 27 semi 3 right brace. Formula value colon left brace 12 semi 15 semi 27 semi 3 semi 45 right brace. Formula value colon left brace 12 semi 15 semi 27 semi 3 semi 45 semi 3.75 right brace.
Okay.
Formula value colon left brace 12 semi 15 semi 27 semi 3 semi 45 semi 3.75 right brace.
So what do I do from here?
I can't remember whether you press enter or what. I don't
Yeah, it's enter. It's
enter. Okay.
Sheet 1 table, a 9, 246, 0375 has formula A8.
Okay.
So everybody should clap for her. You tried. Thank you very much, ma.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you.
So that's nice, you see. So the important why I'm going through all this for you is, apart from the one of the benefits of being in the live class, is that if you have a data range that spans over columns, multiple columns and rows. So okay, for instance now.
100 12A1
So let me
246
okay.
0
So
edit
I've
blank
deleted that
sheet
one.
A8 100 A8 enough 105 points edit blank.
So let me delete this one
sheet
too.
A set 3.75 has formula A6.
So we have A6
12A B1.
So let me in B1 let me fill some data too.
Edit 2 sheet edit sheet 1 table edit 6 sheet 1 table edit 2 sheet 1 table edit 2 sheet 1 table B6.
Okay.
Edit 5 sheet 5 B6 2 B1 C1.
So in C1 so I want to fill some data.
Edit 3 sheet 1 edit 2 1 sheet 1 edit 5 6.
I'm pressing the enter key. So
sheet 1 table C4. Edit 4 sheet 1 table C5 edit 2 5. Sheet 1 table C6 edit 6.
Okay.
Sheet 6 C6.
Okay, see now, so I have data from A1 to C6. That is six rows, 3 columns. That is A, B, C, 3 columns. Then 6 rows, A1 up to C6. So now
33 12A.
This data is still small. It could be A1 to K19 or whatever. So now
12A1.
And I want to multiply all these numbers together or add all these numbers together. What I can just do is equals product left parent A1 column A6. But another method you can also do is just to
12 3.75 has formula 7.
Now in A7 you type equals product.
Edit equals P R O D U C T.
Then tab.
Product. Parameter number 1 required. Parameter number 2 optional.
So when you tab, then you go to the first cell, the beginning of the data.
Equals product left paren A1. Formula value colon 12.
So now I'm in A1. So what I would do, if you remember our selection technique last week, so I will just hold down my Control Shift and press right arrow to select everything from A1 to C1. So I will press it, hold Control Shift, then right arrow now.
Formula value colon left brace 12 comma 233 right brace.
So now it has selected from A1 to C1. Now my hand is still on Control Shift. So I will now press down arrow.
Formula value colon left brace 12 comma 233 semi 15 comma 3 comma 21 semi 27 comma 6 comma 56 semi 3 comma 2 comma 44 semi 45 comma 12 comma 25 semi 3.75 comma 5 comma 6 right brace.
So you see that
formula value colon left brace 12 comma 233 semi 15 comma 3 comma sheet 1 table A8.
So just hit the enter key. So it's written out all the numbers that have been highlighted, all the values in your data. So this is another easy way. So any function you are doing, you can use this method. So if you know that you are the type that will forget open and close parentheses, there are people like that. that if you type a function name, you will forget to open the parentheses or close it. So if you want to be avoiding that wahala, that problem, just use this method.
A9, A8,
Hello, please.
2.722.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
This product function, what is it used for?
Multiplication, I said it. Product is another name for times, multiplication.
Okay.
So that is the name of the function that is used to multiply all the values.
Okay.
Yes. So now let's move on.
A8, 2.72239E plus 18 has formula A7.
Can I repeat the method?
Can you? Yes, please.
Okay, let me delete it.
A8, 2.72, edit blank.
Okay, let me do the calculation in D1. So
21C, D2.
Okay,
D1.
So this is D1. So I will type equals product.
Edit equals P R O D U C T.
Now product. So I'll press tab once. I'll press tab once. So once I press tab, it automatically adds the opening parentheses.
Product. Parameter number 1 required. Parameter number 2 optional.
Now here, you can use any of your arrow keys to look for the data. Any of them. So if I use my right arrow.
Cap E. Formula value : 0. Cap F. Formula value : 0.
You see formula value 0, nothing is there, it's blank. So
cap E.
So I will
formula value : 0.
So I'll just, since I'm looking for my data, I'll just use my left arrow.
Cap D. Formula value. Cap C. Formula value : 33. Cap B. Formula value : 2. Cap A. Formula value : 12.
At least you are hearing cap A, cap B. Yeah. That means as you are moving, it's telling you the column. So now
equals product left paren.
Yeah.
A1.
So
formula
now,
value : 12.
A1. So I'm in A1 and I want to highlight all the data, the entire table, the entire data. So remember last week we did selection. So I'll hold down my Control Shift and press right arrow to select to the right.
Formula value : left brace 12, 233 right brace.
So here now it has told you the numbers that have been selected. 12 in A1, 33 I think in B1, then I think 2 or whatever number in C1. So I've selected that row. Then I will press Control. I've not released my hand from Control Shift 2, so I will press down arrow to select from C1 to C6.
Formula value : left brace 12, 233 semi 15, 3, 21 semi 27, 6, 56 semi 3, 2, 44 semi 45, 12, 25 semi 3.75, 5, 6 right brace. Formula sheet 1 table D2.
So when you are done, when it finishes reading, just hit the enter key. I have to wait. Please mute yourself. So I have to wait.
If it's longer than that, do you have to wait for it to
No.
that's
what I wanted to say. I have to wait so that people can get what it's saying. Me, because I already know that I've highlighted everything, I'll just hit the enter key straight. So just for you people to understand what happened. So you hit the enter key straight. It's the same thing. So
D3, D2, 2.72239E plus 18 has formula D1.
Now, this is now a problem. Who can tell me why this one is a problem? Listen to the result again.
2.72239E plus 18 has formula D1.
Listen to it again.
2.72239E plus 18 has formula D1.
So who can tell me why that result? What is showing on the screen? Okay, let me tell you.
2.72239E plus 18. 2.72239E plus 18 has formula
E
D1.
plus 18.
2.72239E plus 18 has formula D1.
E plus 18. Is there any result like you multiply and you get 2.32279 E plus 18? So why is it a problem? This is not a result. So now what happened? What is showing on the results? Why? It's because we'll still do it as time goes on. Is that when you type something that is longer than the normal size of a cell, Excel the cell will hide it and gives you a scientific notation, what is called scientific notation. Do you understand? So now, there are different ways to go about it. We will still do it. So to extend, so now by default, a cell can only contain, I think, maximum of 7 letters. So once the characters you input is more than 7, if it is numbers, it turns it automatically into a scientific notation. If it's alphabet, you will hear overflowing, a whatever, or crop, something. So now, for you to see the result, you have to expand the cell. You have to expand the cell. And to expand the cell,
E1 2.722.
so you can look at the formula, whether it's correct.
Edit equals product left paren, A1 colon C6 right paren.
You see, A1 column C6
equals product left paren, A1 colon C6 right paren.
Okay. So I'm coming.
Sheet 1 table. 2.72239E plus 18 has
Coming out.
ribbon tabs tab control expanded. Home tab selected Alt, H2 of 11, H.
This formula, I said the formula, the shortcut has skipped my mind, but H, I am coming. That's happening. Okay. I'll get the shortcuts to expand the cell. What do you say?
No, I was wondering what you're trying to do.
Shortcut for what?
No, I want to expand the cell.
Okay.
Tell me now.
I don't know the shortcut, but you can do that using your Control 1.
No. I can do that. It's just, when you have a lot to this, I'll get it for you.
H. Sheet 1 table. 2.72239.
It's a lot of formula shortcuts, just keeping my mind, but it will come back. Don't worry.
2.
So, what else? So we've looked at products. So let's look at. So we looked at some products. So now to look at the maximum number, the highest number in a range, the highest number in a range.
2.722.
So let me leave it. I'll leave it here so that I don't forget. I'll come back to it. So let me go to, let's say D2. D2. So if you want to get the maximum number that are in this range from A1 to A1 to C6, what is the highest number? So we will do equals.
Edit equals
max.
M A X.
Max. Open parenthesis. You can also use the tab method though.
Max. Left paren.
Left
max.
paren.
Parameter number 1 required. Parameter number 2 optional.
Then A1.
A. 1.
Column.
A 1. Colon.
C6.
C. 6.
Then close the parenthesis.
C6.
Then
right paren.
E the enter key.
Sheet 1 table. D3. 56 has formula D2.
56. So Excel is telling us 56 is the highest number in our data range. So we can go and confirm.
12A1.
So let's check A column. Let's see.
15A2. 27 has 3 has formula. 45 has 3.7 a 7.
Okay.
B7.
Let's check B.
5B6, 12B5, 2B4, 6B3, 3B2, 2B1, 2B1.
So 2 is not in B.
33C1.
33.
21C2, 56C3.
Yeah, see it. So let's see if there's any other number bigger than 56.
44C4, 25C5, 6C6, C7.
So you see, so that is our highest number.
D3, 56 has formula D2.
So to get the smallest number,
D3.
Equals, so I'll use that tab method. Equals.
Edit equals.
Min.
M-I-N.
Then I will tab.
Min. Parameter number 1 required. Parameter number 2 optional.
Then I will navigate to the beginning of the data to select it.
Equals cap A. Form equals min left paren. Equals min left paren. A1. Formula value colon 12.
I'll press Control Shift right arrow.
Formula value colon left brace 12 comma 233 cap A.
You know what?
Formula
I cannot.
Equals min left paren. A1. Formula value colon 12.
Who can tell me why I cannot press Control Shift right arrow?
Okay, I think because we went up to column.
Your voice is not clear. Your voice is not clear. Why?
Are you getting me now?
Okay, talk.
You getting me now?
Yes.
I was saying because they have used the column D. So if you had calculated in column D, so if you press Control Shift right arrow, it will highlight everything in that line. So it will go past our data.
Good. I have many intelligent people here and people that are listening, and that is giving me joy. You know, I tell you, I'll get the short call for that thing, so it has come back to my mind. So now what did I say? Okay, why I didn't want to press Control Shift right arrow is because as you have said, it will select from A1 to D1. Remember, our formula, we had the formula in D1 normally. So what you can do in that way is just to do it manually by holding down your shift and be pressing right arrow until you get to the C1. So that's what I will do now.
Cap A. Formula value colon left brace 12 comma 2 right brace. Formula value colon left brace 12 comma 233 right brace.
So when you do this, when you get to the C, the number, you can now add control to it. But remember, don't remove your hand from shift. So I'll just use the second finger to press control down. Now I can now use control shift down arrow.
Formula value colon sheet 1 table D4.
So I hit the enter key immediately. So let's see.
2 has formula D3.
You see, 2 has formula D3. So 2 is our smallest number in this range. So now the shortcut for expanding a cell, if the content is too big, whatever if you like, type in. I'm not sure if it contains 1,000,000 characters, but don't let me say if you like type. But if you like, type a sentence. What the cell will do is that it will hide it. If you now want to see me and expand me, if you want to see what is inside of me, then make me bigger. So that's what this spreadsheet is telling you.
56.
So I'll go to that D1. So we want to see our results.
2.72239 E plus 18 has formula D1.
So if a sighted person too cannot see this thing until you bring the focus to it. So you will just press Alt H O I.
Ribbon tabs tab H O. Format cells dialog. General format cells have no specific number. Formats number tab selected.
It's not it. I'm coming.
Book 1
is what I can guess. I will have to go deep inside the ribbons, but
E1.
It's not something.
2.72.
It should still come back. I don't know. Okay.
Your microphone is I thought Alt HOI is to adjust the width of the cell or something.
2.72239 E plus 8. Ribbon tabs tab can. Quick access. E1 2.72239 E plus 18. Ribbon cell size sheet 1 table E1 2.72239 E plus 18 has formula D1.
No, it did not.
E1 2.72239 E plus.
I'll get it.
2 points.
Okay, so let's move on.
Hello, please, can you hear me?
Yes.
Please, when we were using product function, can we not still make use of open parentheses and close parentheses?
No, you can. I said we did it. You depending on what you want, we did. You can. I said for those that are likely to forget to open and close their parentheses. That is one way out of that mess.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, I wasn't there. My network was disturbing.
Oh, okay. So that is how to get the marks and the mean. Now, to get the average, of course, we all know what average means. So to get your average,
56.
So you use what is called the average function. So equals average.
2 has formula D3.
What do you say?
Equals average.
Yes, good.
D4. 2 has form D4.
So I will say equals average.
Edit equals A, V, E, R, A, G, E.
Average. Then open left paren.
Average. Left paren. Average. Parameter number 1 required. Parameter number 2 optional.
Then A1 column C6. I've used it.
Left paren.
I will use it again. Sometimes
Left paren. Average. Parameter number 1 A.
A1.
1. A1. Colon.
C6.
C. 6. C6. Right paren.
So I've closed the parentheses.
Sheet 1, 17.8194444 has formula D4.
17.
D5, 17.819444.
Yeah, 17.81944. So that is the average. So I hope all of us understand the concept of average, but if not, you might have to look up online what is the importance of average. So let's say if you on Monday, let's look at your sales from Monday to Friday. So on Monday you make $10, on Tuesday 13, on Wednesday 15, on Thursday 20, on Friday let's say 12. So if somebody now asks you on an average, on the average and on a daily basis, how much did you make last week? How much was your average sale daily last week? So this what you look at. You input your sales for Monday, how much you sold on Monday in the A1, how much you sold on Tuesday, A2, A3, A4, A5, like that. So you now use the equals average function. Then so
Hello.
2
I'm coming.
2.72239 E plus 18. Ribbon tabs tab. Form. Book.
Sorry, I'm coming.
2.7.
I'm blaming myself. Just a minute.
Ribbon tabs H. Sheet 1 table E1. 2.72239 E plus 18 has formula 2.72239.
It's HOI, but this spreadsheet is not just working.
Ribbon book 1 dash X E 2.7.
So it's not just working. I don't know. Probably I have to refresh this thing. So go on.
Yes, this is Nyange Mwasya from Kenya.
Okay.
And I wanted to confirm that the key command should be Alt HOI. I don't know for the reasons why it is not. Oh, sorry for that. I don't know.
Yes.
Okay, I don't know what exactly is making it not work, but you're right. Then I also wanted to add something on the average formula that you are teaching on. Two things. First, to say that one can apply this even on a column-based. Column-based meaning that you may have a column on maximum, a column on minimum, and even a column on average. And also, second, to say that personally, I'm a teacher. I lecture in one of the colleges in the country. So I use it a lot, especially when I'm preparing for results of my teacher students. And so they may have done several units. And so I present each unit in a column, and then I end up having a column on maximum, another one on mean, and another one on average. So this helps me a lot to be able to tell how much a student would have performed or has performed in terms of a specific, specifics in terms of all the subjects, how much would be the average if they were to get the same mark in all the subjects? So thank you. I thought it was important to add
Thank
this.
you very much. Thank you very much. As I said, the shortcut is not HOI, but it's not just probably. I have to refresh the sheets. Sometimes it happens like that. The spreadsheet develops some problem, and then so it's part of the troubleshooting you have to do. So it's Alt HOI. Yeah. Thank you.
Alt HOI shortcut for what?
Okay. For enlarging the size of a cell in order to show the entire content. So now
E1, F1, E1.
So let me type my name is
Edit M. Y A M.
In order not to
name,
show
I, S,
overflowing.
is F E N.
Uh-huh.
My name is Lekin overflowing E1.
Do you hear that? My name is Lekon
Yes.
overflowing A1. So visually, to a sighted person, what they can only see is that my name. Do you understand? The rest is chalked off. Do you understand? So you can now press Alt HOI.
My name is Lekin overflowing E1.
Let me do it whether it will accept
Ribbon
this
tabs A book 1 F. My name is Lekin E1.
You see, so it's worked here. So I don't know why
it worked. Yeah.
Yeah. So that is it. So that was something. So thank you. What else? So we've looked at sum, max, mean, average, products. So those are the 5 functions that the basic topic covers. So I don't know if anybody has any question before we look at the last aspect of today's topic. Is there any question?
Yes, I have a question. After
Okay.
enlarging the cell, after maximizing the cell, do you need to shrink it again? And if it is shrinking, what do you do?
Come again. Do you need to shrink? Okay, you see the cell and you want to, you've enlarged the cell and you want to shrink it back.
Yes.
Why do you want to shrink it? You know, the danger of when we get to formatting, you learn it that as a blind person, just when you are typing your document, anybody that passes through this place, we always tell them once you are done entering your document, typing your document, there are 2 or 3 things that are compulsory requirement before you submit your document. You must edit your document, look for grammar and spell check. It's a must. Then you must format your documents. Those 2 things are key. So now in a spreadsheet, when you are done entering your data, you must format it. And part of this formatting is what I just explained, that you must enlarge it. So in a situation where you want to give your work to a printer, you want to print it out. If you print my name is Lekon and you didn't enlarge it, when it's coming out on paper, is that my name that will show? The other part is they are gone.
Hidden. Yeah.
No, they are not hidden. On paper, there is no way is what you give to a printer it will print. So what the cell shows to the printer is the first few letters. So if it's hidden, that means you can expand it. But on paper, you can expand anything on paper. So that is you see the danger.
I get.
Abraham.
So
maybe we don't. Mr. Abraham, this is Nyange Mwasias again speaking. I could also add just a little that this formula or this key command is to help expand the cell to an automatic size that will fit this text that is in it.
Yes.
So in case you may want to shrink this cell, you may choose to now go to the option of cell format and then now do a manual customization where you set how many inches you prefer to have this cell. Now, the danger with this is that now that we are visually impaired, we may struggle fitting it to the level that fits the content that is in that cell. That is why it would even be more advisable to use this option of the automatic.
Yes.
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 Shrink to fit.
As a blind person, it's difficult to get the size. So just leave it to Excel to do for you and use auto fit. So it is called auto fit. Fit it automatically. So it will expand
Yes.
automatically to accommodate the size of the content of that cell. So
I get the
What
logic.
about making use of
Yes, that's
shrink to
so
fit?
then when we get to formatting, this
you
one
know
is
there
just
there are
don't worry. It's when we get to formatting. So let's move on. Now,
Mr. Abraham,
sir,
Go on.
before you go, I kindly to hello.
I'm with you.
I also wanted to mention that it is possible for this formula. Okay, this formula that we've learned, one could also apply them the other way around. You know, you could apply them column wise. You could also apply them row wise, depending with what exactly that you want to derive your data. Okay.
I've demonstrated that this D1 when we use alt equals, if you remember, I don't know if you were there, when we use alt equals, so I explained that was when I was saying when you move to A7, it looks towards the up, it looks up the column and towards the right on the row. So wherever it finds the data, if you press alt equals, we highlight that data in the column or on the row. Then if the data range, if the data is in A1 to J1, if you remember, and then you go to K1 and you want to press alt equals, it's since where the data is to the left. Then what we are also doing now is also part of it.
My name is Lekani1.
So
2.72239E plus 18 has formula D1.
D1, so you can also perform your calculation. You may want to use the sum function, equal sum A1 colon C1. I also talked about that one too. So let's move on. So all these formula now, so I'm typing all the formulas, and there are no mistakes. At least I'm not getting errors. So what if you typed a formula and you get a mistake? So there are different types of formula. You have circular error, different types of errors. So we have circular error, you have the number value or that value error, you have the reference error, you have the n/a, there are so many of them. You have number name, which is name error. So when you hear name error, largely name error has to do with a mistake in your function name. So for instance, now let's do
56 has formula D2.
So let's open this cell.
Edit equals max left paren, A1 colon C6 right paren.
This is max.
Equals.
So imagine instead of max.
Cap M, cap A, cap X.
So in the process of typing this X.
Left paren.
My hand mistakenly press, let's say S or another X.
X.
So innocently you hit the enter key.
Sheet 1 table. 2 has formula D3.
So let's go up.
Number name has formula D2.
Did you hear that? Number name has formula D2. So when something you hear is different from what you are supposed to hear, you know that there's a mistake. Then what do? You quickly go back to the edit field and go and check what you have in your formula. Navigate through.
Edit equals ma XX equals cap M, cap A, cap X, X. Left paren.
So you see, this is where the problem is. So just delete it. X and hit the enter key.
Sheet 1 table. 56 has formula D2.
You see, so that is one way to correct the error. Then, so let me open it again.
Edit equals cap M, cap A, cap X, left paren, cap A, 1, colon.
So, okay, let me show you
sheet 1.
One problem that many beginners, one mistake that some beginners always make.
2.72239E plus 18 has formula D1.
So now I'm in D1. Some people, okay, now
33 C1.
So this is 33 in C1. So now if I want to calculate, if I want to get the sum of A1 to C6, So some people will type equals inside, no, I mean C1. No.
33C1.
So they will type equals.
Edit equals.
Sum.
S-U-M.
Open parentheses.
Sum. Left paren. Sum. A.
A1.
1. A1. Colon.
C6.
C. 6.
Then close the parentheses.
C6. Right paren.
If you hit the enter key, it's not going to accept it. It's a circular error. A circular error because in Excel, a cell cannot reference itself. So you cannot, what that means that you cannot enter a formula in a data range that includes the cell that you are entering that formula. So now I'm entering the formula in cell C1. And in that same cell C1, you are now saying that calculate all the values that are between A1 to C6. You have forgotten that C1 is also part of that data range, which is C6. So if you hit the enter key, hear what it will say.
I don't get it, please.
So, okay, hit the enter key.
Microsoft Excel dialog. There are one or more circular references where a formula refers to its own cell either directly or indirectly. This
okay.
Book 1 dash Media Player row foundational course on foundational course.
Just a minute, I want to admit some
Your
people.
status is set to do not disturb people but one person with new activity. Hi, foundational course on Microsoft Excel.
Okay, sorry, I just quickly have to go and admit some people, sorry.
Book 1 dash Book 1 dash 0 has formula C1.
So here now.
0 has formula C1.
0 has formula C1. So this is a circular reference because you are referencing a cell within that same data range. So always take note when you want to enter any formula, make sure that the data range doesn't include the cell that you are imputing the formula. And 2, always make sure that the cell you are putting the formula is like is a new cell, a blank cell. So that is one type of error.
33.
So generally, once you notice an error, just put your cell in edit mode, and what do? And navigate through the formula so that you can see what is wrong. What is wrong? So if you are also multiplying numbers and text together, it will give you error. To give you number value. So once what you get is different from what your expectation is, what you're expecting, then you have to put the cell in edit mode so that you can check it and see where the error is, correct it, and hit the enter key. So now let's move to
33C1. 2.72239E plus 18 has formula
so let
D1.
me delete this one down.
D1 2.7. Edit blank. Sheet 2 has 17.2. D1. 56 has formula. Edit. Sheet 1. Edit. Sheet 1. Edit. Sheet 1. Edit. Sheet 1. Edit blank. Sheet D6.
Number value and that number divide or 0. Like the difference.
Okay, 0 division error.
It's getting me confused. Yeah, that's 0 division and number value.
Okay. 0 division error is simple. You cannot divide the number by 0. So let's try it.
D5. D4.
So let's divide A1 by 0.
Edit equals.
Equals A1.
1.
Slash.
A1. Slash.
0.
0.
Enter.
Sheet number div slash 0. Has formula D4.
Do you hear that? Number division error. So if, for instance, if you have a number in A1 and in A2 you have 0, in A2 if you have 0, this is what it will give you. Do you understand?
Okay, thank you so much.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Then if you also, let's say
D3, D2, D1.
Let's say in D1 you have a text.
Edit G.
G.
Sheet 1 table. GD1.
G is in D1.
D2.
Then in D2 you do equals.
Edit equals.
Equals A1.
A. 1.
Minus
A1, dash,
minus D1.
D, A,
Oh, sorry, D1.
A. 1. Sheet 1, number value. Has formula D.
Do you get that? Number value. So that means your value, the value in your cell, that's what it just means. The value in your cell is wrong or is
It's
not
containing an
valid.
alphabet.
Yes, it's not valid.
Yeah.
Yes. So anytime you just see an error, just open the cell and interpret it.
D,
All
number
right,
value,
okay.
edit blank,
Okay.
D2, D2.
So now,
33C1.
let me quickly make some adjustment to this data.
2B.
So I will look at the last one, copy formula down.
12A1.
So who can remind me the process? So now I want to create a new column that we have products. So who can? So I want to create a new column in A. Who can tell me the process
Your
for
microphone is
creating
unmuted.
a new column?
Alt H I C. I C.
Not Alt HDR.
Alt H I C.
No.
Okay. If I try and it doesn't work,
Is it not
can
for
you beat?
creating a new column?
Yes. Can you beat your chest that
Right, that
shortcut?
is it.
And that is it now. Alt H I C.
I like these people. They are sure. Let's try it now. That's nice. So, okay.
12A1. 12A1.
Okay, so they say I should try it. You are correct, actually. So Alt H.
Ribbon tabs tab H, I. Sheet 1 table.
Okay.
A1.
A1.
A2.
Yeah, they are correct.
A1.
So now, let me say products.
R, O, D, C, T.
Products.
Sheet A2. Product A1, A2.
So let me say apple.
P, P, E.
Apple.
Sheet 1 table.
The mango.
A3. A, N, O.
Mango.
Sheet 1 table. A4.
Banana.
N, N, A. Anana. Space. Sheet. Banana A4.
Then
A5.
Orange.
N, G, E.
Orange.
Sheet 1 table. A6.
What is it again?
A, V. A. Guava A6.
So now, I have products.
Or,
Product. So
12B1.
So I have to delete from here.
B1 12 through F1. My name is Lekin. Selected row 1 column 2. Quick analysis available.
Okay.
C, B1, C, D1, E1.
So I've deleted B1, C1, D1 because I want to make them headers.
D1, C1, B1, product A1.
So
B1, product A1.
Okay, you know
product
what? Let me
A,
just
product A1.
Just delete
B1.
Let me delete.
B1 through C1. Selected row 1 column 2.
Okay. And who can? I want to delete B column B C. Yeah, column B and C. What is the shortcut?
You want to delete it?
Yes, column B and C. Everything in the column B
Your
and C.
microphone is unmuted.
I want to delete the two columns.
First.
Actually, what?
You have to select it first. The two columns.
Yeah, I've selected the two columns. So what
then
do I do?
Alt H D C.
Okay. Any other second opinion? Let's see whether somebody will contradict you.
You can also use content menu.
Yeah, context menu. That's
yes.
You are correct.
Arrow down to delete button.
Yes. You are correct. So Alt H D C, delete column.
Ribbon tabs tab H. D. Sheet 1 table. Product A, B1.
So
21 B2. B1.
Let me select it again.
B1 through C1. Selected row 1 column 2.
Okay. Alt H.
Ribbon tab H. D. Sheet 1 table. B2. B3.
Okay.
C3. C5.
So I didn't select it out that time.
B5.
So
B3. B2. B1.
So
B1.
product amount.
M O U N T.
Then
sheet 1 table. C1.
Quantity.
N U A N T Y. Quantity amount B1.
So now
B2.
amounts. So let me just put random numbers.
Edit 6.
6.
Sheet 1. Edit 3. Sheet. Edit 7. Sheet 1. Edit 8. Sheet 1. Edit 5. Sheet 1 table. B7.
Okay.
5B6. 8B5. 7B. 3B. 6B. Amount B1. Amount. Quantity C1. C2.
You see? Quantity.
Edit 1. 5. Sheet 1 table. Edit 3. Sheet 1 table. Edit 5. Sheet 1 table. 1. Sheet 1 table. C6.
Okay.
Edit 5. 3.
Okay.
Sheet 53 C6.
So now I have 3 columns.
Product A1.
Products.
Apple A. Amount B1.
Amount.
Quantity C1.
Quantity.
Apple A2.
Apple is the first product.
6B2.
B2 is its amount or price, or let me call it price.
Amount B1.
So let me say price.
C.
Price.
Price B1.
So
Apple A2.
Apple
6B2
is for $6 or 6 naira or 6 anything.
15C2.
Then how many quantities? How many units? 15 units.
Mango A3.
Mango
3B3.
$3.
23C3.
23 quantities or units.
Banana A4.
Banana
7B4.
7.
35C4.
35 units.
Orange A5.
Orange
8B5.
8.
21C5.
20.
Orange
21.
A 21.
20.
Orange Guava A6.
Guava
5B6.
5.
53C6.
53. So now copy down. So if you want to copy down the formula,
Quantity.
this is one feature that makes working or calculation very easy and smooth. You know, a nice experience for you. So normally, if you want to do it the way I taught you earlier,
Quantity C. D1.
so you will just say total in D1. You will say total.
L.
Total.
Sheet 1 table. Total D1.
Then you come down to D2.
D2.
Then you will do. So now, so how can we get total? How can we get the total for Apple? The total amount, the amount paid for Apple. The total amount
We will
paid on
choose
Apple
The
alone.
price times quantity
Not price plus quantity.
times.
Oh, it's times. Okay, thank you,
times,
ma.
times.
Okay, okay, thank you.
Yes.
They say it's times. So now, so you can do A2 equals B2 multiplied by, so let's do it. Let me see.
D2. Edit equals.
Equals B2.
B2.
Star.
B2. Star.
C2.
C2.
Then you hit the enter key.
Sheet 1 table. D3. 90 has formula D2.
90. So if you want to do for the second product, let me see.
Apple A2. Mango A3.
Mango in A3. So I'll go to D3.
3B. 23. D3.
And type the same thing.
Edit equals.
Equals B3.
B3.
Multiplied by
B3. Star.
By C3.
C3.
Hit the enter key.
Sheet 1. 69 has formula D3.
So imagine I have to do it for here, and I have to do it for 6 rows or 5 rows. So, and I'll be going down like that. So if you are in an exam, out of your 2 hours, 30 minutes is gone already. On just one, maybe sub question. One, when you have question 1A, then you still have 1B, you still have 1C, and you have spent 30 minutes. So
90.
then people will now be frustrated that Excel is difficult to use or is frustrating in clinical. I'm not fast. So that's where Excel introduced what is called, copy down formula or cell referencing, copy down formula. So when you want to copy down a formula, your own is just to copy the first, your own is just to calculate for the first row or first column, depending on which direction you are going. Because we are calculating down, that means we are calculating row by row. In D2, which is the first row, D3, second row, D4, the third row, and like that. So your own is just to apply the formula in the first row, which is your D2 for the first product. So let me...
90 has formula, 69 has edit blank, sheet D3.
D3.
90 has formula D2.
So we've calculated for the first one. For me to copy down this formula, I've done the first one, and I want Excel to do the rest for me. So the first method, the first process, we've done it, which is to calculate for the first one. Now we'll now ask Excel. So how do you ask Excel? Is by select downward up to the last cell that you want the formula to cover. So we are going to D6. So we'll stop our selection at D6. So D6. You start from D2. So I'm on D2.
90 has formula D2.
Then I will hold down my shift key. Then press down arrow until I get to D6 where I'm going to.
D2 90 through D3, selected row 2 through 3 column 4. D2 90 through D4, selected row 2 through 4 column 4. D2 90 through D5, selected row 2 through 5 column 4. D2 90 through D6, selected row 2 through 6 column 4.
So after that, what do I do? The shortcut for Control D. Oh, no, not to paste. No, if you paste, you get error. If you paste, you get error. Let me just say it like that. So the next thing after selection is to press the shortcut, which is Control D. The shortcut for copy down is Control D. So I'll press Control D now.
Quick analysis available.
So now the focus still remains on D2. So now let's scroll. Let's scroll down. You will see what has happened.
69 has formula D3.
D3 has been calculated.
245 has formula D4.
245.
168 has formula D5. 265 has formula D6.
Did you see now? So if you like, be going down. Just first, calculate for the first product that you are looking for. Second, from that same cell, select down up to the last cell that you want the formula to cover. Third process, press Control D to copy down. So now, people will be wondering what has happened. What is the magic? There is no magic. It's just logic. So there's what is called cell referencing. So we have absolute and relative cell referencing. So relative cell referencing means that, when something is changing relatively to its position, to its current position, it's just like when you have a chameleon. We can even say maybe God himself. He created a chameleon with this relative style. So with relative style. So if a chameleon is under a green, whatever, it changes its color relative to that environment. Then moves to another place where the leaf is a bit has a different color. It also switches its color. So now our formula that we have here.
100 total D1. 90 has formula D2.
So 90 has formula D2. Remember, what do we have in 90? What formula do we have in 90? Let me open the cell.
Edit equals B2 star C2.
B2 star C2. Look at the references. The cells. Take note of the cells. The cell referencing inside this formula. B2 star C2. So now we are now copying. Okay, let me also say that when you press Ctrl C on the formula to copy, it is not the result that you are copying. It is the formula. So
90 has formula D2.
So as I'm on 90 as formula, if I press Ctrl C, what will copy is in my clipboard is the formula, not the result. Take note so that you can use that formula somewhere else. So now, the moment you copy that formula and you paste it in the cell below, that B2 star C2, the formula that you copied, instantly, the moment it's touching another cell, it's changing its color like a chameleon. It's changing its references. So B2 star C2 will turn to
C2 star
B3
B3
star C3.
D3.
So you copy that one again, paste it in this row below. The references will also change to B4 star D4. You see that what is called relative referencing. So the references are changing in relation to their current rows or current columns. Is that clear?
Yes.
Yes. So any question? So because we are copying down, so what will be changing? Who can tell me what will be changing? Because we are copying down the formula. Is it the letters that will be changing? Is it the columns that will be changing, or the rows that will be changing? Who can tell me
Is
what
the
will
row?
The cell reference.
Is the row that will be changing, not column.
Changing.
Good,
not
good.
column.
Is the row numbers? Is the row numbers?
Row numbers.
Is the rows number? So when we started by saying B2 star C2. Then we copy the formula moved to the third one. So it turned to B3. You know, B remains the same, right?
Yes,
Column B remains the same.
The same.
Yeah, all the column B and column C remains the same. But what is changing is their row numbers.
Is the row.
You know, B2,
2,
B6,
3, 4.
Yes, yeah, 4, 5. So do you understand? So now, that is because we are copying down. You can also copy right. You can also what? Copy,
Total D1.
Copy towards the right. So for instance now.
E1, F1.
So let me say F1. So let's say F1 we have 5.
Edit 5. Sheet 1 table. G1.
G1 we have 2.
Edit 2. Sheet 1 table. H1.
H1 we have
Edit 6.
6.
Sheet 1 table. I1.
I1 we have
Edit 7.
7. So now let me go back.
Sheet 1 table. 5 F1.
So in F1,
F2.
So I want to come down. So let me impute another number from F2 to I2.
Edit 2. Sheet 1. 3. Sheet 1. Edit 6. Sheet 1 table. Edit 3. 2. Sheet 1 table. J2. Edit 6. Sheet 1 table. K2. Edit 7. Sheet 1. 32 I2. 7 I1. J1.
Okay,
56 J2. Edit blank. Sheet 1 table. 7 K2. Edit blank. 32.
Okay. So I have
6 H1. 2. 5 F1.
So I have F1 to I2. That means F1, G1, H1,
5 2 G1, 6 H1, 7 I1.
I1. Then up to F2, G2,
2 G1, 5 F 12, 23 G2,
H2,
56 H2,
then I2,
32 I2.
So I will go to F3 to do my calculation.
6 2 G1, 5 F1, 12 F2, F3.
Down. So somebody should guide me. I've forgotten the processes. Please help me. So who wants to bail me out? So I have data from. I want to copyright the formula. So I have data from F1 to I2. So and I want to copyright. So now the shortcut to copy towards the right is Control R. So who can help me out? I've forgotten the processes.
Come again with your question, please.
I said to copy down the formula, we use Control D. Now I now say that if you want to copy the formula towards the right, you will use Control R, Control plus R. So now I have data here starting from F1 to I2, F1, G1, H1, I1, F2, G2, H2, I2. So who can remind me of the processes?
Shift Control right arrow.
Equal. Yes.
Microphone is unmuted.
To select.
Control plus shift plus mute.
So where will I press the equals? So just tell me the position.
So you go to F3.
F3.
Okay, let me go to F3.
F2.
12 F3.
Okay, I'm in F3, yes.
Equals.
Edit equals.
Okay.
F1.
Okay.
F1.
F.
Okay.
1.
Times yes, F2.
F2.
Times F2.
No. Is it times?
Yes,
Somebody
now.
say no.
Yes, times F2. You can do times F2.
Yes.
Okay,
It's right.
times F2.
Continue. F1
Okay.
times F2. Yes.
Okay.
F1 star F2
Okay.
Enter.
Enter. Okay.
sheet
So
1
shift
table
right. No,
F4
shift right.
60 has formula
No,
F3
enter. Go back to your F. Go back to your F3.
Okay.
60 has formula F3
Okay, I'm in F3.
You will now drag.
So
Shift
you
right
shift
arrow.
right arrow to
Shift.
I3.
Okay, shift right arrow. Okay.
F360 through G3 F360 through H3 F360 through I3 selected row 3 column 6.
Okay, what
Then
next?
Control R. Control R.
Control R.
Okay.
Quick analysis available.
Okay, let's check.
46 has formula G3.
Good.
336 has formula H3.
Good.
224 has formula I3.
So
J3.
well done.
Yeah, that's finished.
So I must also say that it's not a must that you use multiplication. No, any calculation at all you are
Any
doing,
calculation at all.
whether it's addition, minus, division, even if it's function, even if it's your equals sum or equals average, your own is just to tell Excel what to do. Do the first one, and Excel will help you do the rest. So they say everyone help those who help themselves. So help yourself first before Excel will help you. So
I have a question.
Excuse me, please.
please let me take some water
Must it-
because if you hear some sound now, that means I've collapsed. But before I do
Abeg
that, let me
o.
take some water, please.
Make you no collapse, so.
Chubby.
Okay.
Sir, I was asking, must it be shift that we can use to select? Is there no other shorter, like shortcuts apart from this
What is your
shift
name?
right arrow, shift down arrow?
What is your name? Princess.
Princess. Yes.
Were you in the class last week?
Last week. Yeah, I was.
No, I'm not sure. I didn't hear your voice last week. Even if I did, with
I was,
the
but I was
question you
little
asked,
late. I was.
with the question you asked,
Okay.
means you were not there. Even if you were not there, you didn't go through did you check your module?
But I'm asking, like, apart from this shift right arrow, is there no other shorter cut?
I'm asking you, have you visited your account, your Access Tech Academy account?
Yes, I do.
Did you read module 2?
Yes, I did know. Yes.
Okay, Tolani, please help me answer, or any other person, help me answer. Is there no shorter way instead of doing shift right arrow?
I even have question. I know that there is you control shift right arrow, but when I
If you
did
use control
that,
shift
when I
right
used
arrow, I tried it. Yes, that's what I'm asking you, sir. Because if you do
when I
control
did
shift
control
right arrow,
shift
it will
down arrow, it
select
took me
from
to
that
the
cell
very
to
bottom,
the end of that
to
cell.
the very bottom
Like
of
it will keep
this. That's my
selecting
question.
beyond.
No, two
how
people
do
are
you
talking.
how
No,
do you go about
nobody's
it?
talking. No.
One after the other. Okay, I'm the one that was asking the question. Let me continue because it's the question I asked.
Okay.
I tried doing control shift right arrow from the first cell. It continued. It gave the answers quite all right. Let me say the last cell is I3, right? It will give the answers from F3 to I3. Then it will continue giving 0, 0, 0, 0, 0 to other cells that follow it.
Tolani, is that the same
That means your focus.
Yes, when
You
I
didn't
used my
focus
phone,
your
when I
this thing
wanted
well.
to copy down, from my, let's say from my
I want to say something.
F2.
Okay.
Let's say from my F3, sorry, that I typed my first calculation. So from there, if I press Control Shift down arrow, it takes me to the very bottom of the spreadsheet.
No.
Thank God.
So my question.
Thank God.
So my
Somebody
question
has already
was
said
going to be that
no.
if it's a large
What
data
is
set,
the
how
answer?
do you
Let
then?
us help because
Okay.
I noticed that same thing too.
Okay,
I went into the last cell on that row.
Yes, I understand. Wait,
Okay, go
somebody
ahead,
said
go
no.
ahead.
So please help me say
Let
the
her
right
go
one.
ahead. I am not the one that said no. I'm trying. Okay, who said no? Should please speak up now. We need clarification here.
It's me that said no.
Ma, please
Okay,
help
speak
us.
up, please.
Help us. So what are they doing wrong?
excuse me.
Sorry.
Their focus is on cells that are empty. That's when your focus is on those areas that you don't have any data. It will take you to the bottom of the sheet.
Ma'am, calm down. We did, for example, F3 now to I3, for example. First of all, you have to calculate for F3, then you select the other rows to I3, right?
Yes.
Now, if you're on F3, which you've already gotten the answer for F3, and you hold down Control Shift right arrow, it will not just select I3, it will select beyond I3 to the end of that row. That is what it gave.
Okay,
Try it
first.
out later, you see this.
Okay, wait. Let me explain this.
J1, 7I1, total product A1.
So now I'm in product A1. So if I want to get to the end cell, the last cell in this column, what do I press?
If you want to do what?
If from A1 to the last cell, if I want to jump to the last cell in this column, in A column,
Your
what do I
microphone is
press?
unmuted. Mute. Control plus Shift plus M.
Control right.
Shift down arrow.
Control down arrow.
Control Shift down arrow. Control Shift
No, I'm
down
not
arrow.
selecting. I'm just saying moving. I'm not selecting.
Okay, moving.
It is control down arrow.
Control down arrow. Good.
Yes.
Let me press it now. Press it.
Guava A6.
A6. Good. Now, let me move to a blank column. Yes. Now, let me move to a blank column.
Product total D1, 7I1, J1, K1.
Now, this is K1 is blank. If I press Control down arrow, what happens?
It will move to the down, to the end of the sheet.
Good.
Yes.
Good. Now, I told you the logic that if you add
Helen
shift to
007
that
left the
control,
call.
if you add shift to that control, what happens? And you press down arrow.
It selects to the last data range in that column.
Did you see your mistake?
You see?
No, it's not shift down arrow.
No,
you
you
saying
you were saying control shift right arrow, control shift down arrow. So if you do control shift down arrow, it will select from beginning to the end of the sheet. End of the sheet.
So if
that was
if the data is now larger than what it is now, how would you then select everything instead
okay.
of
Now
down
that
arrow,
is the
just
question.
down arrow, down arrow?
That is the question.
That's my question.
Wait. Last week, I thought you. I'm not sure there's any method, selection method in Excel that it was not explained. I used F5 method, didn't I? I used Control G method.
Yes.
Is it not?
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Now you're talking.
Was it not?
So
He has been talking since last week.
another question. Now I understand that.
Another thing. Wait a minute. Another thing you can also do.
J1, 7I1.
Is to also go to. Okay, wait.
6, 2, 5 F1, E1, total D1.
So
90 has formula D2.
90 D2. So now I want to delete from
69 has formula D3.
So from D3 to D6, I want to recalculate it.
D3 69 through D6 265. 9, D3, D4, D5, D6, D7.
So I want to recalculate our product.
D4, D3, 90 has formula D2.
So the first calculation is still there. So now, if you have a large data range and you don't want to use F5 or Control G, you can go to your D6 where the last formula will stop.
D4, D5, D6.
You can just put anything.
Calculate for that one.
You can type any letter. You are not calculating. Just put any letter.
Edit Y. Sheet Y D6.
Y D6. Now go back up to your formula.
90 has formula D2.
If you remember what I said last week, that I used the example of a story building. Once you are pressing Control down arrow, Control Shift down arrow. Yes. So the next time it comes across an obstruction, it will stop. So if you press when you are on D2, when you are on D2 and you press Control Shift down arrow, it will stop at the next obstruction. So let me press it now.
D2 90 through D6Y selected row 2 through 6 column 4. Quick analysis available.
So then you cannot press your Control D.
69 has formula D3, 245 has formula D4, 168, 200, D7,
Do you see?
D8.
Do you hear any zero?
D9.
So It's because the
No, no,
formula
no.
2
Thank
was
you so
copying to
much.
empty cells. So that's why all the available techniques were exhausted last week. So please take note.
All
Okay,
right,
next
I have a
question.
question.
So if there's no data
No,
range within that particular column,
Tolani said it.
okay.
She has it. Just wait. Okay. Go on, Tolan.
So my question is, so imagine if you have like a documents containing a list of names, like so many names, perhaps 1,000 names or thereabouts, and you have sorted it alphabetically, but you want to go to one of the names that starts with letter S. Remember, this is a very long list. How do you get to that name? Let's say Shade or something, right from
Okay.
letter A to, how do you get there?
Okay. Let me go to
D10.
F90. So I'll use the go to F5.
Go to dialog, go to colon, F,
F90.
0. Book 1, F90.
So I'm on F90. That means I'm far away from home. So now, let me say I have data all over to this environment, and I'm looking for mango. So I'll use what is called the find. I'll use Control F, to go to find a particular item. So I'll use Control F.
Okay.
So here now, Control F.
Find and replace dialog.
So now I'll just type. Normally it's supposed to announce edit field, but don't worry. So let me say I'm looking for mango. I'll just type the mango.
MANGO.
Then E the enter key.
Mango. Find what colon, edit alt plus mango.
So now when you hear that, just escape. You will see that you'll find yourself on mango.
Book 1 dash Excel. Sheet 1 table. Mango A3.
Do you see?
Okay. Thank you. Yes.
Yes. So
That is the find and replace dialogue now.
no, don't mind it. It's a find. Control F is for
Just
find. Just find. There's another shortcut for find and replace. So just ignore that replace aspect
Okay,
of
sir.
it.
So I was saying that control shift down arrow would work if only there is a data in the last cell of that column, right?
Good.
For example, you just showed us
Exactly.
you have to put a data in that last cell of the column,
Yes,
so
to
it will
stop
land
it
there.
as it's coming.
Okay.
When the trailer is coming,
No
you need
wonder
a big.
it kept selecting to the far end. I was
That's
giving
what I'm
0,
saying,
0.
because there was no data there.
Yes.
Nothing. The road is free.
Yes.
You keep
Yes.
moving. So, any other question?
Thank you so much.
Thank you too. Any other question? Where are our men?
Hello.
Okay.
We have
Thank you.
taken
Please, I have
over.
another question.
The women have taken over.
I have another question.
Okay. Go on.
Please, can you remind me of the, what's it called, the transpose option and how to use it?
Hey, I didn't see anything like that.
Okay.
Let
That's
me
why I'm here
explain
too.
What you taught us that very day.
Yes.
Let me
with
explain. I
I
remember
tried with
this.
my friend.
Yes.
When I tried with my friend, you
Mm.
know, when you first of all, you first, how do we even say that very day? The place that you want to, where after selecting those data that you want to have, after selecting it, you know,
Yes.
before where you will paste, that's you first of all, your focus will be on the place you want to transpose, that kind of a thing. Then after using that your shift context menu, when we scroll down to choose paste option, in my friend's system, we are not finding that paste option. We are only seeing paste special. So we don't know why it was happening that way.
Okay, wait.
Did
You
you
said
copy?
wait. You
Yes.
said you were not seeing it because the context menu was for me. You were saying that your context menu. So something that was with me here. How will you use it at home? It's because I was keeping it now. So now it's
Okay,
not my
now,
context. So
please.
after
Release
selecting,
it.
you have to copy. You have to
Mm.
copy it. So that was what you didn't do. You didn't copy. You didn't press Control C. So when you select, see it.
Product A1, Apple A2.
Okay.
Quantity C1, total D1.
So let me copy this this D column.
Total D1.
So I will select down, Control Shift down arrow.
D1 total through D6 265, selected row 1 through 6 column 4.
So
Quick analysis available.
Then I will copy with Control C.
Copy.
Copy. Then I will go to where I want to paste it.
E1, 5F1, 2, J, K1,
K1,
L1, K1.
So let me
J1,
okay.
K1.
So now I want it to start from K1 up to whatever the number is.
Wherever it
Probably.
ends, yeah.
So now I'll go to my context menu, as you said. Shift F10.
Cut, remove the selection and put it on the clipboard so you can paste it somewhere else.
Then I will go down
T1 of 4.
I'll go down to paste option.
Copy, put a copy, paste options grouping 3 of 4. Paste not selected, add content on the clipboard to your document. C1 of 6.
Then right arrow to transpose.
Right arrow.
Values
Yes.
not selected, values left paren. Formulas not selected, formulas left paren. Transpose not selected, transpose left paren. T right paren.
So
T4 of 6.
E the enter key.
Sheet 1 table. K1 total through P1 number ref. Number ref. Total K1. Number ref. Number ref.
Now
has formula M1.
That's nice. I like who's what we copied was formula. So who can tell me why it's telling us number ref?
Number ref has formula M1.
Who can tell me why it's saying number ref?
I don't know.
I need a sharp mind.
Instead of facing in
rows
or whatever, you are doing that way around.
But something happened. There's something responsible for this number ref. What is even number ref?
We don't know.
Row
It's
reference.
like an error, I guess. Is it an error?
It's not like an error. It's an error. Call it
Wow, I
its
got
name.
it.
So now, remember what I said about row referencing? That because we were copying down, the row numbers were changing. Now, I'm copying right. So, you know, transpose is like you are converting a row into a column. That means you are moving towards the right.
Column. Yes.
So now, the columns were changing, but as it was changing, it was discovering that in the number that you were, the cells that you were referencing, nothing inside. So now let's open the cell. You will see it now.
Number ref, total K, number ref has formula L1. Edit equals number ref star number ref.
You see? Number ref star number ref.
No,
so,
nothing
star, nothing.
Sheet 1 table.
So let me go and let me undo this one and copy text.
K1 through K1.
Okay.
K1 7 product A1.
So let me copy a product. At least that one doesn't have to do with formulas.
A 1 product through A6. Guava selected row 1 through 6 column 1.
Then copy.
Quick analysis available. Copy.
Then go back.
E1 2G 6 L1 K1.
Okay, then context menu.
Context menu.
Cut, remove the copy, paste option, values, formulas not selected, transpose not selected, sheet 1, Apple L1, product K1, Apple L1, mango M1, banana N1, orange O1.
So is that clear?
So because we omitted
so I was logged out.
copy, because we did not copy, that was why we were seeing paste special.
Yes.
Yes. I was logged out for a moment, so I didn't see when you started. But are you saying that you cannot transpose numbers or what?
No, what we were transposing was not numbers. It was formulas that we were transposing.
Formulas.
And you know that when you copy a formula and paste it in another formula, the references will change.
You change.
So once the references change and there is nothing, you don't understand. So formula is static.
Okay.
I say it's static, it's dynamic, so it keeps changing. So that's what happened.
All right.
So let me give you one bonus, one another type of cell referencing. If I mean
Q2,
this is Q2.
Q3,
If I want what is in A1 to appear in Q2, the content in A1 to appear in Q2, I'll just call that person's name, call that reference name, the cell name. So I'll just do equals
edit equals
A1.
A1.
Hit the enter key. You will see it.
Sheet 1 table.
Please,
Product has
can you
formula
repeat? My
Q3.
network is really bad.
Yeah.
What's the bonus?
Did you forget it? So now I have
Q product has formula Q3.
So product has formula
Yes,
Q3.
Q3, yeah.
Q product has formula
Can you
Q3.
please repeat it?
So I say anywhere
Q4.
Anywhere you are in a spreadsheet, if you want the content of another cell to appear in a different cell, just call the cell name and start with equals. Equals that cell name. Mention its name. So
Q5.
This is Q5. If I want what I have, what
A6.
is in
Use A6. Let's see.
A6. Okay.
Guava.
I'll just do equals A6.
Edit equals A.
A6.
6.
Enter.
Sheet 1 table. Q6. Guava has formula Q5.
So
But it's saying has formula. You did not impute any operator now. Why is this saying formula again? With the equal.
Thank you.
Equals.
Thank
Okay,
you.
the
Thank
equal.
you. Thank you. Thank you. So
Sorry.
that is it.
I was now wondering, it's not a formula.
It is. Remember what I started with. Anything equals is a formula.
Okay.
So, any other question? Now, if you now just wait. If you don't want to see formula again, you can also go under that paste option. You remember when we were scrolling right, you saw formula, you saw value, you saw transpose. If you hit the enter key on transpose, that formula we were trying to copy that other time, the formula aspect will go. The numbers will remain. So we will no longer hear formula again.
Q4.
Transpose are being value.
Value, sorry, value.
Mango.
So
product A1.
So let's do it now.
Price B. Quantity. Total D1.
This is total.
90 has formula D2.
So I will select down.
D2 90 through D6 265. Selected row. Copy.
Copy. So
analysis lens window. Tab. Book. Total D1. 90 has formula D2.
I'm not going to any other place. I still want the numbers to remain in their normal position.
Yes.
But I want to remove. I want to get rid of the formula. I want to delete the formula, but leave the answers alone. So
there won't be need for copying.
No, I've copied. I've copied.
You must
copy.
I
copied it. I copied it. So I'm in D2.
90 has formula D2.
So I'll go back to the context menu.
Cut, remove the selection and put copy, put a paste options grouping 3 of 4 values not selected, values left paren, V right paren, V2 of 6.
So if I press enter on value, now before I press the enter key, let me write arrow again.
Formulas not selected, formulas left paren, F right paren, F3 of 6.
If you hit the enter key on formulas alone, the numbers will disappear. It's only the formulas that will be showing. Instead of hearing 90 as formula, what you'll be hearing is the B equals B2 star C2. That's all. There's no number again. But because I want the numbers alone to show, I will hit the enter key on values.
Values not selected. Sheet 1 table. Total D1. 90 D2.
Did you see?
69 D3. 245 D4. 168 D5. 265 D6. D7.
So that's all. So thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you so much.
I'm really, really happy.
Thank you for your efforts and your energy. We really do appreciate it.
Calling controls toolbar. Leave.
Yeah, thank you.
Video share content view main landmark recording. Calling
Okay.
controls toolbar. Leave. Plus shift H.
Okay, good
button.
evening.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, so this is Taiwo again. I have a question. I have two questions actually.
Okay.
Yeah, so my first question is referring back to what Tolani said the other time. So in a case whereby I do not I can't remember a particular name, but I remember the first alphabet. So can I also use the control F and then just type the first alphabet of the name, then use my down arrow to start scrolling in order to look for the name?
No.
That's the first question.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
So what can be
Yes.
done in first situation?
Yes.
Okay.
So when you are doing control find, before you hit the enter key, then it will start sieving it. It will start sieving all the, for instance, now you have all the names. So if I press A, it will tell me how many names start with A. Probably it's 15. Then it will display it downward. Then if you press B, like AB, then it reduces the number. So all the other names that don't start with AB will go. Then the one that starts with AB will go. So, but let me try something.
200 D7.
So I mean
D16.
D16.
D17.
So let me look for a product that starts with A.
Clickable
So
shift
I don't know
content
the
view main
name.
lens.
I
Controls
don't know the
toolbar.
name.
Leave.
Wow.
Control plus H button.
So okay.
Find and replace dialog.
Control F. So I'll type
A.
Question mark.
A. Question.
Let's see. Hit the enter key.
Find what colon. Edit Alt plus N blank.
Then escape.
Book 1 dash Excel. Sheet 1 table. Quantity C1.
Okay. The quantity contains A. So that's why it takes me to the first word that it can get through that has that letter that I'm looking for. So let's turn our find around. Let me go somewhere again.
C14.
Remember, I'm going away so that it's not be as if the focus is already on
C15.
C15.
D15. E15.
D15. So let's do.
Find and replace.
So let's say A star.
A. Star.
Star. Let's hit the enter key.
Find what colon. Book 1 dash
Escape.
Excel. Sheet 1 table. Quantity C1.
Again. Okay. Let's go. We are moving.
A 14. A 15. A 16. A 17. Edit blank. Sheet 1 table. A 17. Find and replace.
Okay. So I'll do question mark.
Question.
A.
Find what colon. Book 1 dash Excel. Sheet 1 table. Quantity C1.
It's taking us.
15 C2.
So I'm coming.
Guava A6. Guava A 10. Guava A 10. Find A. Carrot. Microsoft Excel dialog. We couldn't find what you were looking for.
Sorry.
Click options. Find and book 1.
Let's
a 10,
check up.
A 9. Guava A. Orange. Banana. Mango. Apple A2.
It's Apple now.
Guava A 7.
So,
A 7. Find A. Space.
Oh, sorry.
Book 1
Don't mind
A.
me.
A 9. A 10. Find and replace.
A. I'll hit the enter key.
A. Find what colon. Edit Alt plus NA.
Normally, assuming it's just will tell you that you are to. It will tell you the first item that starts with A. Now, if that is the word you are looking for, do you understand? You hit the enter key. If not, press the space bar to move to the next word. But NVDA does not give
Book
that
1
feedback.
dash Excel. Sheet 1 table. Quantity C1.
Okay.
So let me press Ctrl F again.
Find and replace dialog.
Space.
Space.
So let's see.
Book 1 Excel. Sheet 1 table. Quantity C1.
It's not working. It's not working.
Price. Product. Product A1.
I'm tempted to switch to JAWS, but
Apple.
so I can get a proper
Apple
feedback.
A2. Mango A3.
Let me try it from my end because I use JAWS. So if
Okay,
it works
try it.
out, I'll give you feedback in the
Guava
next
A6.
class.
A 10.
Hello? What happened?
We can hear you. Nothing
Okay.
happened. Nothing has
Oh,
happened.
I thought I'm off the. Yes. We cannot hear teacher again.
I think Olaliko is no longer
Maybe it's
here.
from his end.
Okay.
Your microphone is
I'm
unmuted.
still here. It's from his end.
Oh.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Oh yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, sorry about that. Okay. Okay.
So have you been saying something before? No.
No, I've not.
Okay.
So the person that said
So now can I go to
JAWS.
my second
Okay, go
question?
on. Go on.
Okay, so I think there is something I did not really get when you were explaining something about when you gave when you were illustrating something
Microphone
about
CDI
no
left the call.
reference that you said was an error or something. You said something about that transpose, I guess. So you said when you because it was a formula that was copied, and when you pasted it, it's changed those figures, right? Did I get the question right?
Not the figures, it's the cells, the cell referencing.
Okay, changed the cell reference. Does it mean that why was it because it was another formula, like it's changed to another formula or what? I did not really get
When the
that.
references are changing and there are no
Yeah.
values, there are no values inside the reference, inside the cell.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm coming, just a minute.
Okay.
So if you have when we add B2 star B3, we copy it down, then move to B2 star C2. Then when it got to the third row, it changed to B3 star C3. And it was giving us the right answer because there were values in B2 and in B3 and C3. So as it's going down, it's looking towards the left, and inside each of the references, as they are changing, there are values in those references. Do you understand? But if you copy it down, get to a place where there are no references, what happens? It begins to give you 0, just like what happened to the Tolani and Princess, because it got to a point like C7. So that means it turned to B7 star C7, and there's nothing. So it gave 0. Now, when we now copied, let me say D1 to D6, and we are turning it the other way around to what is it called? We move it to K1, I think. Yes, from K1 to whatever, anyone. Let me see.
To F6, E6, F G6, 5B6, 200 E6, F6, G H X F 200.
So anyhow,
200 E6.
so if you copy it, normally this is what we copy.
Guava A6, Guava A6,
Where is
F
it now?
G H6,
I think I've deleted
8
it.
G E5 168 D5
Okay. It's been
H5
deleted then.
Guava has formula
Okay.
Q5
Okay.
Q R4 Q4 P4
Oh.
Q4
You
Q1
deleted
Q1
now.
Guava P1
No, I didn't.
or
Text.
product K1
Okay. Okay.
J1
K.
product K Apple Orange O1 Guava P1
Okay.
Q1
Up to P1. Yes.
product K1 product K1
K1 up to P1. So now, when you copy that, what you copied was from D1 to D6. By default, you are supposed to go to another column and paste that same formula. Do you understand? You are supposed to go to that, copy that column and paste it in another column so that it can reference it accordingly. So, for
If it
instance,
is
now,
K, it will be K1 to K6.
good, K1 to K6. Do you understand? Now you are now turning it the other way around, which ultimately affects the referencing, the type of referencing that it has before. Do you understand?
Yes.
So now, when D2, for instance, D2 that has 90, D2 is B2 star C2. If you copy it to K1, what does it change to? Oh yeah, you tell me, what should it change to?
Nothing.
Nothing. So that is
K1.
number ref. Abi, what should D let me say, so are you saying it should be K2? If you change to K2 or let's say K1 star what? Somebody should tell
Nothing.
me now. Star So that is number ref because it was not possible. So in order to do that, if you need the numbers, go and change the numbers, those numbers to value, just as I've explained how to convert it to value, ordinary numbers. Then you can now copy it again. Or, okay, you paste it as values. Do you
Value.
understand? You
Yes.
copy it and then go to your K1.
Not as
Then
a formula.
not in formula again. Remove the formula, strip it of its formula. Then paste it as value from K1 to P1.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
But assuming the if you copy, let's say our formula was in A1, in A2, we typed A1 star. Okay, let's say we type in A3, we typed A1 star A2. That is in A3, then it gives us an answer. So you can now copy just as we did towards the right. So when you copy it towards the right, it is now, instead of A2, just as we have I1, I don't know if I've deleted it. So if you now move to B3, it will now change to B1 star B3. Do you understand? So the columns will be changing, not the rows now. You know, when you were copying down, is the row number that will be changing. But if you are copying towards the right, it is now A1 star A2, then B1 star B2. Two row number will remain the same, but the column letters will not remain. So it will now be C1 star C2, D1 star D2. So that is number referencing or cell referencing. So is that all?
Yes.
Yeah, that's all from my end. I don't know
Thank
if
you.
someone else has a question. Thank you,
Okay.
sir.
All right. Thank you. Okay, ma.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yes.
go ahead,
Okay.
Lillian.
Go ahead.
We can hear
Please, I
you.
want to ask, this our class is meant to be how many hours class?
Okay. So, Lillian, this class is designed to be a 2 hours class, but most times learners take it beyond 2 hours to almost 3 hours. And that's because we try as much as possible to accommodate questions and to answer a lot of questions. But it's designed originally to be a 2 hour class.
Okay. I think we should stick to time. Because I was
Yes.
wondering, it's like we are even getting up to 4 hours safe.
No, we are not
It's
up to
been
4
long.
Yes, really, we are getting up to, this is 3 hours, 23 minutes already. And we have even passed our closing time here. I don't know, I think Lekon was so impressed that I got carried away today to ensure that he attends to everyone. But it's okay, it's all for good. We'll really plan to stick to time. because for us now, we are doing overtime here at the office, so we have to close immediately after now. We close by 5 and it's already almost 6. In fact, it's already 6 o'clock. But for us, it's a pleasure to be with you on this journey because we understand that using screen reader and working with this complicated platform like Excel can be quite confusing at times. So I think that's why I decided to give an extra time to ensure that we all understand this particular module. So
okay,
that
we
brings us to the end.
appreciate. Yeah, we really appreciate.
Thank you, Madam Lillian, and thank you all the ladies for doing us proud, for doing me proud, really. You guys were. Thank you, Ebere. Thank you, every Omotola, Taiwo, and all the guys. You know, especially the ladies today. Yesterday, I was telling the Python cohort that I'm looking for the ladies. But today, the ladies showed up in the Excel. So thank you so much for making us know that we have women in tech. Right?
Don't worry, next Thursday, women will still be on top.
Oh, thank you, Madam Lillian. I think you are the leader of the cohort. Oh, thank you, women. Thank you, girls. Thank you, boys. Thank you, men. And thank you for standing by, for listening quietly, and also for ensuring that you're active on your Access Tech Academy platform. So don't forget to continue to engage on the WhatsApp group, and also don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube page. So once we post this video, we are going to make it public. The other videos we've been posting that you have not been seeing on the platform is because we unlisted it. We felt it was just within our community, but we are going to make the videos public now, so that once we post it, even before it's been said on the platform that is posted, you can receive notifications. So please try and subscribe to our YouTube page, that is Access Tech Innovation. And you can also follow us on Instagram and on Facebook. You can like our Facebook page as we continue to update on our activities. So thank you again for being here and for being resilient and for keeping the class very lively. It's our pleasure to always be of help to you. If you need any
Unplugged
support,
99%.
don't forget to contact us via the WhatsApp group. It'll be a pleasure to support you. So don't forget to also take your quiz, and that's the only assignment you have anyway. But the most important assignment is to continue to practice and tell other people that you're more proficient in Excel than they think. So thank you again, and see you next week, Thursday. And we hope to continue to see your work at the back end.
Foundational
Bye.
course.
Bye.